Yeah, yeah, you pussy blood, you absolute Battios pussy blood. It's coming home, you Battios. Yeah, you dickheads blood. Yeah, my gaffer Southgate, England masterclass. It was all in the plan. It was all in the plan. Ali, Ali, Ali. I said Ali, Ali, Ali. Come on, boy. What are you talking about? Let's go, you pussies, lad. My gaffer, bro, Gareth Northgate and that. Big Ollie Watkins and that. Big Harold Cocaine, lad. You talking about? Yeah, say something now, rude boy. Say something now. One more to go, you Spanish empanada pussios about to get it done. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches, lad. You pussies, bro. Get it in the cooler, brother. You know, like that. Check it out, belly of homes, and now you fucked up now. Peter Mayante, you pussios, bro. You paella and a pussies, lad. It's coming. Yeah! You pussies, blood, where's the band them now? Oh, what's that industry? We'll say tonight, Savage, yeah, when you get punched up by the Netherlands. No! You orange pussyos, bruv, go home, blood. You pussies, blood. You absolute fucking jazz, blood. It's coming home, I tell you. You pussies, blood. Yeah? You Spanish frauds about to choke on the paella in the final, blood. You absolute waste of space, pussyholes, blood. You dickhead. What? Oh, we got Lamar, we got Bobby Mainu and that. Bellingham, Watkins, Kane, yeah? Southgate, blood. Yeah? Gordon, blood. You know that the man that you absolute pussies, blood. You pussies. Fucking Netherlands, bro. Holland, bro. Mate, you don't even know what your name is, bro. The Dutch, bro. Nobody cares about the bro. You're famous for Amsterdam, blood. Not football anymore, bro. Now you pussies, bro. Don't go home, you dickhead. Don't show yourself. Don't show yourself back up on AXA training ground again, blood. Gambo, don't show yourself up at the AXA training ground again, blood. Gravenberch, don't show up at the AXA training ground again, blood. Have a holiday, blood. You're not welcome in England, blood. You absolute fraud, you pussies, blood. I don't fucking you pussies, blood. Yeah.
Hold on. No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this.
No. Yo, big up everybody inside, man. Big up Savage, man. You telling me, bro?
Sorry, bro.
No, of course. Man, go get off his chest, man. Man's gonna get off his chest still. What are you saying?
I'm good, bro. Pablo's still celebrating. Pablo, the celebration, come back in, blood. I know you want to see Southgate on the TV, but come back in, blood. It's all, come back. That's my gaffer, you know. Come on, bro. What are you saying, bro? Obviously, my Donny versus your Donny's in the final in that, bro. Fish and chips versus paella, bro. You pussies, but I'm here for it still. Come on, Pablo.
That should be good. I can't even lie. That should be. Listen, man. Nah, big up. Nah, real talk though, man. When we're talking about like performances from England, right? That was the first half anyway. That's probably the best first half I've seen from England. Because I was chatting to my boy and I was saying to him, brother, that's probably the best I've seen. And we were trying to go back, like we were going through the fixtures. We was like,
definitely the best of
maybe for like 2, 3, 4 years. Like in terms of, you know, when you just we were trying to remember all the other fixtures we've seen England play. That has probably been the best first half I've seen from England in Jesus Christ. I don't even know, man. Honestly, like that first half, it was excellent, man. I can't even lie. It was mad because obviously you go in at 1-1. So in your head, you're thinking, if you look to the scoreline, you're like, okay, it's only 1-1 kind of thing. And obviously we'll get into all of that in itself. But just in a general sense, if we're looking at overall, I'd say overall England deserved that, man. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I know the goal obviously come late at the end, calm, but bro, like, listen, man, England were good. And in that second half, it's like the only thing I think I was disappointed with was he obviously changed it.
Yeah.
We're bringing on Luke Shaw for Trippier kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I was a bit annoyed was just like, in my head, I was thinking, bro, why don't you just carry on? Like, just carry on doing what you're doing. Like, even if you do switch Trippier, like, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just carry on what you're doing, though, because the first half was so good. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and
I'll be honest,
I get
that's probably where I got it wrong as well, because if you see me and my son's messages, I was happy with the first half. There was going over a few things on it. My son was like, on the left hand side, Bellingham needs to release the ball more. And I said to him, like, son, if you realize he's waiting for an overlap every time, and you can see Trippier keeps coming into the camera late, brother, which means it's taking a long time to get there, innit? So we have to keep going backwards. I said that Rice probably should. I was a bit rude in that, but I was like, you probably should learn from Manu, bro, because this man, bro, I'm not joking. I know the Enzo like Rice and that, bro, but I do think Rice is overrated. But I don't know what I almost think it's not his first tournament, but it's his first tournament where he's like a mainstay in it. Like, he's a guy now, in it. He's like one of those in the squad, and he plays like he's petrified, bro.
Yeah. I get it.
There's a part where, like, I seen like them asking for the ball from the goalkeeper. Gave him the ball in that, and then he ran like he was shook and then turned backwards. And I don't know if people noticed in the second half, there was a few parts where, like, Foden would look at him and throw his hands up in the air, like, bro, what are you doing? I keep going into spots, and then we're getting mad with each other and that. And then I said to my son, like, the only thing with Luke Shaw, I'm not sure how fit he is, but I just need someone on the left side to join the attack a little bit more, because the right side's already got it with Saka. So I was hoping, almost even if you play Gordon as the wing back, bro, I would have preferred that. But you are right. Probably don't need to change it when it's going well for you. It's just that in my head, I'm just like, well, the scoreline, the game's going well, but the scoreline is still 1-1.
Yeah, I get it.
But I do think you're right, bro. Big up everyone in the chat, by the way.
Nah, man, big up everyone in the chat, man. That was honestly, that was the only thing, because obviously I almost felt like once you drop back into that like 4-2-3-1, like what they've been doing, it's almost like they reverted back to what they've been doing.
It was weird, and it was like they literally reverted straight back. Facts. And I think it didn't help with the substitution that the Dutch made. It actually, I have to give them a bit of credit, because it wasn't solely, obviously Southgate made the formation change back, but the way they were pushed back is because all of a sudden the Netherlands were like, they were forcing us up the pitch, and there was a high press all of a sudden. And then from when I saw that Verbruggen was out of the box all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, man, are really trying to push us high up the pitch like that, bro. And Saka, like, we won in that, but I swear, bro, Ake's cold, bro. I told you. Man fought Saka backward every single time, bro. Like, he didn't even, every time he went to think of trying to take him on, it's like, nah, not happening. I think it helped today that Walker was on it, because needed him, man. Shut down. Walker was good with his dribbling and that, but Walker was there every time, man.
But we said it. We said before the game, like, it's going to be one of them ones.
Yeah, we did say that.
Kyle Walker will have a good game against a Gakpo, and I think overall, there was moments obviously in that second half kind of thing, fairs. But overall, I feel like Gakpo, especially in that first half, it was just like, brother, like, I promise you, and no jokes aside, at one point in the first half, I actually forgot Gakpo was even on the pitch.
He did what he did in the second half. So when the second half went on, I forgot Saka was on the pitch for a bit. Like, for the first 15 minutes. I think somebody said, I think that Rice sent a long ball over to him. I was like, raw, Saka's still here, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
And then all of a sudden, Gakpo, like, you can see his good attributes in the game, because he went on that run, and the closed foot control is mad to be running at speed and to, like, just thinking it around, man, and that, bro. But I just don't think they had enough, man. And it felt, I don't know if you realize the first half, but it felt like everything was through Dumfries, and like he was involved in everything, bro.
Yeah, literally. Which annoyed me, because I was like, of all the players like that, you surely, but then really and truly, when I think about it, it kind of made a little bit of sense. But I was sitting there thinking, maybe he's going to, at halftime anyway, maybe he's going to bring on Frimpong or something like that, just to maybe obviously he wouldn't have known that Luke Shaw was going to come on, but when they started off that the second half, you could see like they didn't really have anybody on the right side. It was just kind of Dumfries. This is your whole side of the pitch, and I'm like, I think what's his name, Ali McCoy. He must have said he was like, it's almost like they were trying to bluff the whole thing. Where it's like,
like between him and Shaw, who's going to go first?
Yeah, who's going to go first? And I was like, yeah, hear what I'm saying. You could try that maybe, but I just don't feel like. I feel like Luke Shaw is probably better than Dumfries going forward. So that might not work in your favor potentially, but obviously the game's still kind of panned. And listen, look, big up to Holland because in that second half they did play better than they did.
Yeah, I knew at some point. I knew at some point he was going to put Weghorst on. I was like, he's going to cause problems. Like,
of course,
he's just an absolute. But I think, the thing is, like, they didn't go like for like with the Depay sub in it, and that's what forced them to play like they did. If they had another attacker, England would have scored more goals. I think they would have just went on to beat them up, but. Yeah, man, it's one of those games and that, man. I'm actually very, very happy. I literally was speaking about it earlier about the strikers and that. I was like, Ollie Watkins, bro, like it has to be him or Tony, because Kane was starting to look tired and that. He actually played decent, to be fair to him. But it's like sometimes, bro, you need to offer something up different, and Kane wasn't even in those positions what Watkins got into, but
it's annoying because even for Saka, like there was moments in that first half and also in the second half where man are playing the ball into the box. I'm thinking, brother, like. Where's the striker? Like, I don't understand. Like, where are you, bro? Like,
the one when Saka played it in, Kane wasn't even in the camera.
Yeah,
there's the one what Shaw played in. Bellingham was the closest to it, and I don't know where Kane was.
That tells you everything you need to know. And then what makes it so funny? And I know obviously they're two different strikers. I get it. One who is going to run in behind, the other one who does like the ball to feet. Both good finishers, clearly, as we saw with the goal. But it was so funny because that goal doesn't happen with Harry Kane there. It doesn't happen. Even if he was in that same position, it doesn't happen because I just don't feel like he'd be able to, with the lack of pace that he has, and obviously how tired he was. I don't see that move happening. Where you got someone like Ollie Watkins, brother, he's on running. Bro, the man took a snapshot and just finished it. I was just like, what? Like, where did this even, like, it just rasped it into the back of the net. I said, brother, like, you see when we was talking before on other streams about like strikers, boy, you look at Ollie Watkins and you see that type of finish. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say he does that on a regular because I don't watch him enough to know if he does that.
Yeah, he does have that in his locker though. Like,
okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah, because that's it. When that is literally the show we did just before this one, before the game. That's exactly what I said I said Watkins and Solanke, bro. I said the exact same thing. I said I'm not. When and saying that, I said I'm not trying to compare. I'm not going to bring up Nunes again, but I'm not comparing him to Haaland. I'm comparing him to those guys, bro. I'm not trying to compare him to an anomaly, but I'm saying those guys, goals come out of nowhere and they're always in the right spot, man. Like, and yeah, bro, it's I don't know, but I don't know. I do got them in the chat, man. Where's okay? Well, Scrap said, what are you saying about Gakpo? What are you saying about Gakpo, bro? Yeah, I mean, I told you, man, he does the hide and seek thing every now and again. Bro.
Yeah, but he kind of did that today. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna fully blame it on him because it's like it's almost like the way that Netherlands were playing. I even felt like when they even scored, it didn't even seem like that was a part of the game plan, like to have scored that early. Like, so it almost seemed like it changed them.
When you messaged me, man, was literally like, after this he won't do anything. Simmons, bro, and he didn't, bro. You know what I mean, man? Bro, he scores that. It's a banger though. But I'm like, I'm thinking, hold on. If this man stays on his feet, he doesn't score that, bro.
Yeah,
man almost like forced it by tripping over and that. But hey, listen, it's an absolute scream. Only thing was weird though, and I'm not taking anything away from the goal. On the first initial like watch of the goal, it looks like an absolute scream. But when you see the replay, I'm like, why is it so close to Pickford's hands, bro?
Yeah, bro,
like you can save it, innit?
This is why the man called him dinosaur arms and that.
Yeah,
I feel like this is why they call man dinosaur, because I'm like, how did you not say that? Like, only thing I can think of is because it was the power, bro.
Yeah,
they kept showing up like on the thing, like, oh, this is rocket. I was like, okay, fair.
Honestly, Virgil van Dijk post-match interview, the ref ran back inside after the final whistle. It says a lot about the game. Virgil, shut up, blood. You pussy, blood.
Our captain and that.
Yeah, but this ain't our captain, bro. This is Netherlands, Virgil, but fuck Netherlands, Virgil. Bro. You know what I mean? Have a holiday, bro, and come back to the action with a new attitude, you know, like that, bro. Honestly, I hear it still, bro. You in the mud, though, innit? Ain't this where you live, bro? These places here, bro.
For real, yeah.
Amsterdam and that, Rotterdam and that, blood. Yeah, bro. Go smoke some weed or something. It's legal there, and do that, blood. You know what I mean? Go smoke your woes away, bro. This is one of those, man. I just hope Spain put 5 past England in the final. Enjoy the meltdown. Hey man, listen.
But
This is why I'm gassed up now, bruv. If these pussies, bruv, wanna get to finals and that, and then not enjoy it and not celebrate because you're gonna wait till the finals over, not me, blood. That's not football. What football's all about for me. I'll enjoy it now, and if there's a meltdown, I'll take the meltdown. It's fine. It's not a problem. I do it with Liverpool all the time anyway. Because if we do win it, then there'll be memories like, oh, I remember in the semi-final when I was going crazy. You know what I mean? Otherwise, and then all you like Muppets and that, bro, going to be talking about Holland and your orange kits and that. You know, didn't even bring the girl them with you this time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man. Anyway,
it was a good game, man. Good game.
England ain't playing against themselves in the final, and yesterday he's done this exact same result: 2-1, Spain 2, France 1. This not identical games, obviously not, but the high pace of how the game started in both games instantly, because we was like, oh, this is gonna. Remember, I messaged you, this is gonna be a classic and that, and then it very quickly turned into not a classic, bro. Like, yeah, because it was who opened the scoring yesterday? It wasn't Spain, and it was France. France scored the first goal, innit?
Header.
Yeah, a little ding to the back post from Mbappe, which, listen, man, we have to be honest, bro. It's the best thing Mbappe did all tournament, that cross.
It's the only thing. I'm not even counting the penalty. I don't even care about
that. Yeah, that's the best thing. It's the best thing you done all tournament, man. And listen, it's not all about superstars and that, but if when you're the guy and you've been anointed being the guy by actually getting somewhere, so to be fair to Mbappe, man didn't just call him the guy for the sake of it. He's done stuff. But when you're him, you gotta show up, bruv. And we see the man on the 2 guys on the picture there, bruv. They've been showing up all tournament, and they're the young youths, bruv. I think Lamin's his birthday's on Saturday, innit? So he turns 17 on Saturday.
Oh, he turns 17
on Saturday, yeah. So the day before the tournament, man. I mean, before the final. And obviously, I want England to win. You want Spain to win, but I still appreciate footballers and good football, innit?
Of course, come on, man.
They did restore a bit. Even when I spoke to my brother in the gym earlier, he was just smiling about Spain and that. He's like, I don't even want to exaggerate in that, but it was just nice to see football in it. Like, it wasn't even over the top, like incredible. But there was parts in the game where they're just bopping the ball around, and you're like, yeah, if this is your style of football you like, you should be happy right now. They're just bopping it. The way, the way it feels like Rodri's the leader of the team and he's central to everything, bro. Yeah. And he does. I'm not trying to get onto Declan Rice on that. I want him to do well in it in the English shirt anyway. But that's the kind of confidence you have to have. Like, Rodri plays with his chest up high, bro. Like, give me the ball in it at any time. Give me the ball. If you're in trouble, don't ross it up the pitch. Just give it to me. I'll sort it out. And someone has to be that dictator in the pitch. And I feel like for Netherlands, De Jong would have done that if he was playing, but obviously he wasn't playing. But yeah, these two, they talk to me about your team, man. Because to be honest, bro, there's a few outstanders in there. I think Fabian's been cold, Olmo's been cold. These two have been cold. Rodri's been cold. You're missing defenders yesterday. Had to use Navas. And
bro, and he had to even come off.
Straight to me in the message, man. The yellow card came and was like, wasn't that? Surely Mbappe just runs at him all game now.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Missing Carvajal. His thing is starting to look strategic as hell now. That red card he took.
Yeah.
It's the funniest red card I've ever seen here because he pulled man back. The ref gave him the red, and he said, "I don't care, blood," and then just walked off, bro.
Because he's a Madrista. Like you man are like, you're smart with the way you do certain things. Like
have you noticed that thing is got that about him now? It's funny though when it's in the England squad. You can tell that Bellingham's been in Madrid for a year.
Yeah. That's what I said about him going down all the time.
Yeah. He's looking for the little nicks and he's looking at the ref like, yo, surely that's a free kick in that. The ref
like he'll go down and then he looks up like, I'm like, brother, like, worry about what's going on. Like,
there was a point in the game earlier as well when this is actually embarrassing still. Bro, Saka man might as well poke Saka in the head and Saka fell down like he got shot, bro. I said, hold on. I think it wasn't Dumfries, somebody else. It was it was a slight touch to his forehead and that. And he was on the floor holding his face. So I'm thinking, he's been elbowed. Then it shows the replay. I'm like,
this is why you're going there. Yeah. But Saka, he's kind of had that in him for quite a while, though. Like the way he does.
It's one of the things he needs to get out of his game still. Saka.
Yeah. Especially if you're trying to, if you're trying to go up to that next level, whatever that next level is for him. I feel like that's something you need to, just pattern up. Just continue doing what you're doing instead of worrying about this other little stuff. But listen, man, when we're talking about, especially these two they got on the screen, but it's so mad. Like they've been fantastic. Like we all know that, and we can big them up, and we talk about Yamal because he's so young. But for me, like it's been the, as you said, the Rodris, the Fabian Ruizes, the Olmos, the Olmo. This brother been coming off the bench a couple of times and been outperforming Pedri, who's been starting the game.
Without Pedri's injury, bro, he wouldn't be starting the game, bro.
He wouldn't be. And I almost feel like, you know what? Because of the position that he's obviously playing for Spain is a little bit different than what they're asking of Pedri. I'm almost like it's actually working for you that Pedri doesn't play, because you're able to have that link between the midfield and the attack in terms of Morata up top, and he links up well with, you know, these two wingers that we've got, you know, on the screen. And these two wingers, listen, look, a big up to England, but I don't really want to say, oh, this is going to be another. It's another test regardless for both teams, because of the threats that both teams are going to have, especially if you're going to get the Phil Foden and Mainu that you saw in the first half today. Then you're like, right.
The way Foden whipped that when he hit the post, bruv, he whipped it with no effort, bruv. It looked like zero effort, bruv. I was okay. We'll have a conversation there about all these players. It don't matter, man. But listen to me, bruv. And I know because they're Man U in it, so I have to keep them on a leash and tell them to calm down and that.
Yeah, of course.
I've been telling Man U fans about Mainu before they knew about him, bruv. And I'm telling you, bro, I didn't want to do the him thing, and he might not be him. But he's half him, bro. Like, the confidence he plays with is broski. Because I remember saying to Enz, bro, my it's not my nephew, my uncle's son to my cousin, he plays for Villa, innit?
Yeah.
I think he's like 18 now. And when they're in Premier League 2, obviously Mainu plays in the same league as them, innit? And I used to ask him all the time, like, yo, who's the players that stand out so I can look out for them and stuff like that? Man said Mainu straight away, bro. He said he's the best. He said he's the best player in the league, bro. I was like, okay, I have to look out for this and that. And then I realized he's my man's brother, who's Jordan again. And then
which I didn't even know at the time. I was like, oh, that's my man's brother. I didn't even
man was cussing my man last week still, Jordan, because it's creasing still. Because everyone was like, hold on a minute. Bruv, you've never posted anything about your brother. Now man's in the Euros and that you want to post about
him. Post your brother, that typical like, oh, but he's my brother.
Yeah, man. But it's actually cold. Like, England's not playing very good football. But on the England side, you got Mainu, Bellingham, Foden. Even though some of them feel older, because when I say Bellingham, he doesn't feel the same age as Foden. But you know what I mean, Foden's actually older than him. But and then you got these two, bruv. And I'm very happy. Obviously, I don't want him to win, but I'm very happy for Olmo, bro. I'm very happy for him. He's actually been really good, bro. Like me, my son loves Olmo anyway. But it's like he doesn't give you Spanish vibes looking at him, innit? Sometimes it matters, bro, for some reason. It's like if you don't,
you know why? Because you're conditioned to think about, when you think about the Spanish type of players and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they have a certain look about them. They have that type of vibe about them where you're like, yeah, that's a Spanish don right there. Yeah, come.
Yeah. It's great.
Like if Foden was maybe a bit more tanned, he might give you that type of vibe, like especially because of the way that he plays as well. But
yeah, it's crazy.
It's a madness, man. Like, honestly, like Spain and England, obviously, really in tonight's game probably has been their best game in terms of performances. But it's going to be so interesting coming up against someone like Spain because of how good Spain have been the whole tournament. It's not even like we can say, oh, it's just been one. No, they've literally been good in basically every single game. Maybe one game where probably they weren't all that, and even then, I'm still like, nah, Spain have been top in every.
The closest I've seen to anyone figuring Spain out was Germany, but
and Germany were another good team at the time. Like, you know what I mean?
It was very balanced, and then there was a turning point. So it's not like Spain would just turn rubbish. The manager took these two off with 20 minutes ago. Yeah, and bruv, I'm talking about instantly. You could tell like the German players alone were just like, oh, them man are gone, bruv. All right, safe. And then it was all them, and then it was like on the edge stuff for the rest of the game, and the goalkeeper was making big saves and stuff like that. It's definitely going to be interesting because Spain play really good football. England can play good football, but they really don't. But as we know, a football match doesn't need to be good football to win it, bro. And as you said, like the Javi Simmons goal wasn't on the cards in it, so England could have easily got a first goal and then just won 1-0. Yeah. But obviously things change and stuff like that. England, for us, we need to be careful against Spain conceding the first goal against them. It's a little bit different to doing it.
Yeah, because you see the difference between them and like a Netherlands. Netherlands almost seem like they didn't really know what to do. Whereas I feel like Spain seem to have like a reaction for anything that's going to happen. If they go 1-0 down, they'll just up the tempo a bit more, carry on doing what they're doing, and just up the tempo. If they go 1-0 up, they'll just calm it down.
I was going to say that. It went 1-0 down to France and changed the whole game around quick.
Bro, the whole game, bro. It was mad.
It was almost like, okay, but it's early in the game. Let's just wake up a bit.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Scrap said second half mainly went the same as first half. Mainly I noticed this in the season. I agree because not every youngster that comes through should be pushed into the forefront straight away. Like, he should almost be treated how Foden was treated for Man City, where he's making certain appearances.
But he's not going to be. He's not going to be, bro.
No, because Man U's rubbish.
Yeah, exactly. If they were good, I don't think he'd be pushed. Yeah, it's true. Because
to be fair, if Thingy was if his legs didn't go, then Casemiro would have just been playing most of the season anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
you know what I mean? And they had lost the bits from the season before, and then because they lost defenders, Amrabat didn't get to play in that position, so they put him at left back or centre back, which means there was a spot and they had to use.
You got Casemiro playing centre back. That's what you know as a man.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. But who knows, man? I mean, guess for the kids, that's what happens, isn't it, man? It's how you make your name. Sometimes you can never be too prepared. You just have to wait. That's how Saka got into the Arsenal squad.
Yeah.
So Trent got into the Liverpool squad. So you just have to do the best. But yeah, they need to manage him properly because he's from Manchester as well, isn't it? So it's added pressure, bro. You know what they want to do. They did it with Rashford. They did it with Lingard. Done it with Welbeck, and it doesn't always work out, man. So
I think for him, obviously, not that I care really about it, like him like that, but for his own sake, yeah, I just think if he's managed well, you've got a fantastic player on your hands. I can't lie, because the way that he seems to be doing things at this current moment in time, the way he's even playing, I'm like, forget even this tournament, because this is why sometimes I even hate having conversations about players, because I don't want to make it seem like, and you already know, I'm not talking about players just because of this tournament.
No.
Give or take, every player been to, exactly. So we've been, and I know Savage has been talking about Manu as well. So forget what you've even seen this tournament, because the reality is you've seen a bigger sample size anyway from him in the Premier League. But listen, he's a top player, man. Like a top youngster anyway, and it's crazy because he kind of just got thrown in, and where he got thrown in, and obviously people like yourselves would have known about him, and Manchester United fans would have known about him, but he almost like Yamal been kind of built up for a minute ever since he was young. He built up, and then he made that debut. So it's like, okay, fair enough. Endrick, the same thing. Estavio, all of these kind of guys. Manu hasn't really been like that. So it's interesting now he's thrown into that kind of mix of, would I call them wonder kids, so to speak? You know, obviously it depends on how their career turns out. But yeah, man, it's just interesting, man. There's going to be a lot of those players, you know what I mean, on show, man. Trust.
Yeah, I agree, man. Big old Angel said England can't only play 45 minutes of intensity. The fitness levels are poor. I'll be honest, man. I don't think their fitness levels are poor. I think the one thing about Southgate is his subs have worked in terms of affecting the games, but his rotation hasn't worked in terms of the players are playing every couple of days, and they've been going to extra time and penalties, bro. So realistically, if you was in the penalty shootout, not in the penalty shootout, but even if you got to extra time in the last game, and picked up a knock or something, Kane shouldn't have started this game. Not because it's rubbish, but it's just like, bro, you've played every game, the whole game, bro, apart from when you got injured. So those kind of people, especially the ones getting up in age, you should change them out a little bit. Trippier, Kane, change them out a little bit. It's only really Walker you'd keep because he's so youthful in what he does and that. But the rest of them, all the young ones are fine. Although, again, Rice looked a bit laboured in the second half, man. But I do believe with Rice, man, because there's a player there. I think he's proper, like, he's one of those, and English to the cordons and that, like, country on my shoulders kind of thing. And he's been speaking in the press and all that. He's one of the guys that, out of all of them, I can see it in his face on the pitch, though. Like, it's just, I don't want to lose. Yeah. And I think Southgate's got a bit, I don't know if Southgate puts that into them a little bit, or they play sometimes, like, they do something good, and then they get the result of doing something good, what's usually a goal, and then they seize up and close down because, like, we just don't want to lose the game now, so let's keep winning.
Yeah, mentality, bro. Sometimes it's mentality.
Yeah, be brave, and then if it doesn't work, at least it don't work early in the game, and you can just revert to back to what you was doing, man. But you have to be brave in these games. You sit back against Spain, we'll lose the game. Like, we can be balanced, but if you sit back against Spain, they will just pick you off because they can just bop the ball around for time. Easy. So you have
and that's what they want to bop the ball. Like, just understand, people. Spain want to bop the ball around.
That's the thing.
And you don't want to come up against a team that wants to do that. That's all long. It's all long.
Bro, these men are doing rondos in nursery, bro.
Bro, it's bro. I promise you, it's long. Like when I watched that second half, like Savage said, with the first half was like the England game. It was good, high tempo. The difference between this game tonight and yesterday's one, Spain killed any momentum that France
Yeah.
even had. Like it didn't, and they weren't even trying. Like they didn't try to go forward. Like maybe every now and again, if they see an opening, they may play the ball. There was a time when I saw Rodri on the ball. Nico Williams made a mad run, and I promise you, he was in. Rodri took one look, said, "Nah, I'm going back the other way, man," and just started knocking the ball about here because then Nico Williams started getting vexed, and I was like, "Yeah, you would be vexed," kind of thing, like because you've just sprinted this whole way to get the ball, but guess what? That's what Spain are even on. And when you come up against a team, I promise you, and I know people laugh about it. I've watched Barcelona for so long. When you come up against a team, like one thing I always realize is when you come up against a team like that, who just that's what they want to do. They're not doing it because of the game state necessarily. It's no, we actually just want to play with the ball. Like our scoring is so that we can do what we want to do, which is I just want to bop the ball around, just move players in this position. They want the perfect goal and all that kind of. Bro, you don't want to face against a team like that if you're losing anyway, because I promise you, you ain't coming back. We saw it with Germany. It's not happening, bro.
Yeah, I think England. There was a part in the game where England started pressing. And he was like, it's always Jude who starts to press because it's almost like, so you man are not going to press, bro. I'll try and get everyone started. They have to press together, man. They tried it at one point, but it was kind of like some were doing it aggressively and some were half-hearted, and then Netherlands bopped the ball around them, and then Gakpo ended up with the ball and all of a sudden the field, bro. And they nearly scored. They just played out the press quick, bro. So they need to be careful about that. If I'm them, in the fairness of the game, though, I'm trying to bully Lamar, bro. That's my tactic, bro. Of
course. Of course.
I'm putting the hurt on him, bro. Like every tackle.
Who's on that side? Luke Shaw.
Yeah, every tackle's a fair tackle with a bit of added aggression, bro. Because Germany done that. That's what Germany were doing. They were just trying to kick him, bro.
Yeah,
cruising that, bro. Just pulling him down and that little, the little smart stuff and that what you have to do in the game and that. You can't have these two, Nico and Lamar, like building confidence in the game because it's horrible to watch. But like I seen this kid's weight of pass with his crossing is ridiculous.
It's accurate, bro. It's so
it's hot, bro. You can't do nothing about those crosses.
No.
No. That's what I'm doing, man. But
I feel like when you're looking at, and obviously I don't want to go too deep into even looking at that anyway, but when you are talking about like for England, I just think that I get it with England so far. What we've seen is that when they go 1-0 down, they're able to come back into games. The problem I feel like you will have against Spain, I don't feel like it will continue to work. I just think like it's just one of those things. Listen, I could be so wrong. England come back, win 3-1. I don't know. But just from looking at it on the face of it, I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know, because even today, regardless of how good England were as a whole, we saw it. It took a last-minute goal kind of thing, and I was on nerves. And Netherlands weren't, they weren't really on it.
Like one freaky one got sent in, and Virgil, and I think he actually hit off Walker's legs, but it looked like Virgil nearly scored, bro. And I was packed, bro. Because I was actually thinking at this point in the game, if Netherlands score, we're not scoring, bro. I just like they'll just defend for their life, bro. It's funny though, because if anyone's seen the replay to that free kick, before the free kick was taken, it looked like Carl Walker was trying to speak to Virgil in it, just having a conversation, bro. I don't know what it was about.
Slightly.
You know, like one of them conversations, like, oh, you think you're gonna get to this ball and that? Virgil's like, all right, that's it. And then when I seen Virgil nearly score, I was like, oh my god, bro.
You're sitting there thinking, yo, Carl, I beg you just concentrate. Just concentrate.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing. But then when I seen the replay, I'm like, oh, he was actually Walker, bro. He actually got ahead of him. There was like, bro, it's crazy still. I don't know, man.
I think it's so funny because I'm watching the game, I'm sitting there thinking, man, I kind of do feel sorry for Virgil slightly a bit, like because you are playing with a couple bums slightly in the team. Like when I think about it, like
they didn't particularly do anything wrong at all.
Yeah, no, they're not doing anything wrong. I meant like bums in a sense of like. I won't even say at Liverpool because we've seen what he was working with last season. But when he's looking at the top of the pitch, I'm seeing him and like even small things like they were in the first half, right? I remember this. I don't know why I remember this, but Netherlands won a free kick. It was one of those like just bait free kicks or whatever, just calm. And whoever was about, I can't remember who was closest to the ball. It wasn't Reinders. I think it was the other guy in the middle. He was taking so long to like. Obviously, the free kick was where Virgil was. And Virgil was like, brother, I bet you just give me the ball so we can go. And it's like, he's taking forever. He wants to chat to the referee and all of this stuff. But Virgil's already thinking about the third move that he's planning on doing kind of thing. And it's just and it was funny because obviously now I'm really watching him in this game. And it's just jokes because he's definitely looked around the pitch and said, brother, some of you are shit. Like,
can
I
see
need
it on
you,
his
man,
face,
to
bro.
do, yeah, like, you know, when your face is like, oh, all right, I've got to do this again. I've got to do that again, kind of thing. Because, and you can see, as I said, what was going to happen before the game is exactly what happened. With typical, like with Virgil, when anyone comes up against him, you don't even like getting too close to that guy. Like, you get close enough to make him have to pass the ball. But outside of that, no one's really trying to close down Virgil because, bro, he'll just brush you off like a fly. So you're not really trying to do that. So even when those kind of things are happening, I'm looking at the rest of the Dutch team. I'm like, I beg you lot move. Like, no one's moving at all in order for him. Like, he's having to make the same stupid pass to the right side of centre back every single time, or pop it into the guy in the middle. But guess what? He's already been closed down by Foden or a Bellingham or whatever. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, Verge, can't lie, man. Today you're definitely going to be annoyed. I promise you. Unless you score, you're definitely going to be annoyed, bro. Trust.
Yeah, the Netherlands are like, they're just all right, and
yeah, they're just an okay, like they're an okay team.
They're just all right, and it's like, I bet Virgil must think like, of all the teams he's grown up seeing for Netherlands and that, how have I got this crop, bro?
Yeah, 100%.
Them had like Van Persie and Robin, bro. And I've got these man, bro.
Like, I've got these kind of guys. Like, what did I do to deserve this? Like,
yeah, bro, I agree, man.
But nah, man, it's
Scrap said, you think Mainu is better than Stefan from what we saw of Stefan? Obviously, no, I don't think he is.
Do I think Mainu is better than Stefan? I feel like they're two different kind of players, though, man. So
they are two different. They are two different players. I don't think he is, but they're both really good in their own right.
I prefer a Mainu type of player.
Yeah,
it's probably the best I can say with that. To say that are they better? I think they're two different players. Like, Stefan is gonna be a lot more defensive than Mainu. Mainu is nowhere near as good defensively as a Stefan. Stefan's more of an engine, whereas I would prefer Mainu further up, like in terms of I would trust him up. So yeah, I'm not gonna compare the two, man. I'll let these two.
It would be interesting to see how Stefan plays as part of a good Liverpool team, because his breakthrough season was us being rubbish.
Yeah. That you know what's mad? You say that, yeah. That's been exactly my point. You see, the other day when I told you I was gonna do the 5 players to keep your stock in, and you Cav and Fing were laughing about it, I didn't have Stefan. That was like one of the reasons in my head, because I was like, it's great when you look good in a shit team. Now, outside of Gerrard, I ain't rating no one else if you're good in a shit team. I'm sorry, because it's hard to. How can I judge you if you're in a shit team? If you're good in a good team, bro, that tells me that you're a good player. When I see that, then and don't get twisted, by the way, Scraps. Same for Mainu. Like, if I start seeing Mainu at a good and he's not shit, yeah. No, it has to be like it's the same. I give the same energy to Mainu. Yes, right now, only difference I'll say though is that Mainu's playing for England and he's been good, and they've got good players in there, so he is showing me slightly anyway. But you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean?
I agree. They're both ones to watch out for, man. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
So I feel like most teams have that one of those youngsters in their ranks now. I don't know who Arsenal's youngest player is, because Saka and that's all growing up now, bro. But
you say that, but how old is Saka though?
He's not old. He's just growing up.
Because we've seen him for years. Like, Saka is he's born in 2001, so he must be like 22, 23, 22. Shit, he's got the same birthday as me. That's mad.
Okay, come on, bro.
Come on, you know what I mean? Virgo, baby. You know, you have to do. But yeah, he's 22. So
Chelsea got quite a few youngers, to be honest.
Yeah, but we don't know who's their main one. But they've got bear. So
I'm thinking earlier, man. You know what? What's a shame, bro? I mean, I don't particularly care for Chelsea, but Reece James' injuries that's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's peak.
Because I know what happens. Everyone always wants to compare him to Trent and all that because they're playing the same position and Walker and that. But for me, bro, he's like I don't want to say it, man. I'm gonna send for me, bro.
Bro, say it with your chest, because he's the most complete one out of all of them, bro.
Yeah, for me, without injuries, I think he's the best one.
Yeah,
because what he does, if everyone thinks about it, people usually go Walker or Trent, and Reece has both attributes of both of them.
Yeah,
if England now wouldn't need to use Walker if Reece was there.
Yeah, facts. No,
because he's got the exact same thing. He's rapid. He's strong as hell, bro. He's got a great cross on him. He's got a great shot on him as well. Obviously, Walker's speed and strength is like, if Walker's speed and strength was a 10, and Reece James is an 8, and then Trent's passing is a 10, and then Reece James is an 8. Overall, it still ends up more balanced with Reece James, bro. Because he's an 8 out of everything, and the other two are like people go Trent to 6 at defending, and they go Walker's. But even Walker, to be fair, is not great at defending, but he's got certain attributes.
He's got certain attributes.
Yeah, or you got Walker's 6 going forward, Trent to 6 going back, and Reece James is 8 at everything.
Yeah.
That's how it's like I almost feel though there was a point when I looked at Reece James and like I think he might have just from my job and that he looks like he's put too much muscle on.
I was gonna argue, obviously, I know that's more your area anyway, but I've always thought that about him. Like, you look like you put on too much muscle.
Yeah, he just went from one season where like he was like a decent level, like leaning off, and then the season after, which was it last season? Not last season, the season before when we were rubbish.
Yeah,
that season when I saw him, I'm like, broski, why is he not that big?
I'm trying to figure out, is it because he's been out for so long? Is he being told to go into the gym to strengthen? I mean, he's strengthening the wrong area anyway, because there's nothing wrong with your top half.
If they've done that thing, because he's not out with a knock, it's like a long-term injury.
Yeah.
Obviously, for people to train in weights and that, one of the best things for them is rest on it, because because otherwise your muscles get to repair instead of you training today and then you got to train tomorrow, so your muscles are slightly repairing, but they don't get the rest off. He's getting to rest, and he's on a different program to everyone else, and his cardio intensity is not as much as everyone else because he can't run because his legs are mashed up, whereas everyone else. So then all of a sudden they seem to put a bit of weight on, brother, and it's like not obviously they're not fat, but compared to footballers nowadays, compared to back in the day, no disrespect to that, but the men in football back in the day look like men in it, whereas a lot of the men now they're built like little boys, bro. Like they're all like,
bro. That's why we was laughing at Liverpool guys. Like I'm like, I look like
but that's why sometimes it looks like I know these like do like complain about a lot of stuff and that, but when people look weak at certain things or they look like, how's that little elbow hurt you? That's the reason, bro. It's there's no body fat there, and there's not that much muscle, bro. So it's like, it's a bit of a mad one. We come from the school of like Adriano and that, bro.
Yeah, for real. Like that's what I'm looking at, man. I'm thinking even someone like Ronaldo, he was kind of built like, in his prime anyway. He was built like properly, exactly, and I'm like, right. And look how quick he actually was for a guy who was, and obviously he wasn't built, but for a guy who was like, that's a calm size. Like if I was a footballer, I don't want to be like that size because you're still quick. It's not like he was slow, sluggish, like he was still quick.
It is funny because when I watch it back, like, man, I remember like I used to get really mad at like, see how we see agendas and that now. I used to get mad at them as a kid because I couldn't do anything about it. And if it's your favorite people, you're like, don't say that about. I remember when everyone started calling Ronaldo fat, bro, and I'm like, nah, don't do that. It's not. Even when we went to the Old Trafford game, people calling him like fat Ronaldo at the time, like he's got fat and that. I remember watching it. Even when I watched the replays back, I'm like, he ain't really fat.
He isn't. I don't think he is fat.
He's not fat, bro. Like,
I mean, I would say, pause. I'm not looking underneath his shirt, but listen,
although he has lost a bit of weight. When I saw him last year with Speed on the video, when so random, I turned on the video one day, Speed's in his house, bro. Okay, but and then yesterday,
Speed's everywhere, bro. Speed.
I saw the video yesterday, and it was Zlatan, bro.
It was Zlatan, yeah. But did you see that? Did you watch that video?
That's the funniest shit, bro. I'm not.
You see it in the cab?
Bro, I know Speed's for kids and that, but fuck it, bro. Speed is bro. The shit's funny, bro. Because every morning I've woke up and he's in a different country, bro. Yeah. One day I woke up, he's with Alicia Lehman. Then the next day he's in some next country, bro. And then I'm creasing, bro, because, bro, it's like, Zlatan's like, okay, show me your skills in it. And obviously, the way Zlatan speaks in interviews, he really like that, bro. So he's trying to do kick-ups and that, and then he tries to do step-overs past Zlatan. And the way Zlatan tackled him, bro.
But he tackled him like, yo, you're not getting this. I don't care for the cameras. I'm tackling you. Like,
bro, in the background, I just heard Zlatan go, "What is this shit?"
Yeah. Bro, I can't lie. When they were in the cab, and my man, and I think one of the captions that I think, so I don't know if it was actually real, because I didn't see the actual video, where my man said, the next person to move in for the next 5 minutes is gay or something like that. And no one moved. Everyone was just silent.
No one moved. Yeah,
no one moved. I was busting up, bro. I said, what?
It's absolutely
that childish thing we used to do in school. Like, hey,
even at one point, he said to Speed, he's like, yes, I see you in going around all of Europe and that, but now you need the real man. I'm like, nah, I'm just kidding. Zlatan is an absolute G, bro.
Nah,
man.
He is.
It's one of those, isn't it? Like, you can do the charge thing and like, oh yeah, who's this good speed and what's he even famous? Bro, just embrace it, man. The man's having fun. He's living most people he's about 19 now, 18, and he always lies about his age. But
yeah, how old is he actually?
Well, it's been if you ask Speed, it's been 17 since everyone first saw him, bro. And he definitely is not
true.
17 anymore.
No.
But I think
He don't even look like a 17.
Nah, I think he's about 19, maybe going on to being 20. But
that's
I'm
mad.
like, bro, if you think of what he's doing now, obviously it wasn't accessible in the same level when we were leaving school or in school. All of the man would have wanted to do what he's doing. Go to every European country and rock it with the footballers, bro.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, and remember, it's not just footballers. This guy is flipping rocking with, you know. Man's rocking it with literally anybody.
Anyone,
I'm
bro.
seeing him with some celebrities. I'm like, how? Like as you said, you're waking up in the morning, you're seeing just Speed with this guy and that guy. Obviously, mostly footballers, but when it's the celebrity, bro. Okay, you know what's mad? How about this? Speed, who has nothing in terms of he himself really to do with football, goes to the Ballon d'Or. Like Speed at the Ballon d'Or.
He had the man embarking with him in the Ballon d'Or.
Mad.
It's not like he's going. It's not like he's going there and they don't know who he is. You got to remember the footballers are around the same age as him, bro. So they're watching. Yeah, it's true. So to them, it's like, oh, that's my man, bro. Some of them might feel like it's weird to say, but some people might feel more starstruck about YouTubers when they're the same age as them, and you're doing it the opposite way around with footballers. So it's crazy what they're doing, man. Big them up still, because Kai's doing the same thing with his streams and he's in his bedroom, bro. And from when Kevin Hart, when turn it on with Kevin Hart, and I'm like, this is kind of mad.
Oh, Kevin Hart, like one of the biggest comedians ever to grace this world, and you're saying that you man are just chilling. Like, really,
I watched the video the other day he was doing, and it was like surprising Northwest for her birthday. It was Kanye's daughter, and then Kim must have said, "I'm in New York. My daughter loves you. Can you?" So he went to see her in it. But the thing what's killing me, it's his normal vlog. So I'm watching the vlog, and in the background, it's just Lala and Kim, but they're walking around like regular moms, bro. And I'm in stitches. I'm like, this is the maddest video. Then he goes upstairs, and obviously he's trying to like, he's almost like, oh yeah, he's famous too, the daughter, even though her dad's Kanye, which is crazy.
Yeah,
and I swear to you, they're like,
real talk, your dad's Kanye West.
They're playing Outdoor Run in like an expensive hotel. So we were on streets doing it. These men are in like the most expensive hotel in New York doing it. And I'm not making this. I'll show you, bro. He bends the corner to knock the door, and on the same, and Mariah Carey's just standing there.
Yeah, see,
she's just there, bro.
Yeah, see, dumb. This is what I'm saying. Like, listen, look, and obviously that's a conversation for another kind of thing. But when I think about some of these like celebrities and stuff like that, and when we're looking at some of these celebrities, the young celebrities in today's social media world, brother, I promise you people of this generation, whatever you want to call yourself, Gen Z or whatever it's called, you lot are lucky, bro. Because if man had that type of opportunity, I feel like you'd have more people our age who are on that kind of realm. But you man are lucky that you've grown up. Like you just said, Mariah Carey. Like, do you think how old was Kai when Mariah? Like, bro, I was young when Mariah Carey was popping. Heck, even a point I wasn't even alive when she was even
came out. If I'm correct, let me check. What's Kai's age, bro? This should be interesting stuff because I was about to say something. Let's see. He's 22.
22.
Oh no, I'm right. Okay, so when Thingy come out, We Belong Together. Kai was 4 or 5.
That's mad. And that, you know how crazy, that's mad.
That's mad, isn't it?
So that come out when we were teenagers, So he was only
he's like 5 or 4 because I know he's the same age as my brother, bro. He's crazy. His madness.
That's mad.
All the Euros, See, obviously, you can go either way. Which player? It's such a mad question. England's a little bit different, but because there's always going to be a PR boost on one of the players, in it to have a great tournament, win the trophy. It's going to be one of the young ones because why not?
Yeah,
I feel like who do you think gets the biggest boost, man? Because it's going to be sponsorships. At the moment, we don't really have Lamar on anything, bro. In England and that, and they've kind of left him to be himself. Like he doesn't have the Neymar thing where everyone's in anticipation, waiting for him. Remember Neymar had the cheetah hair, and everyone's Nike signed him up early.
It's so mad because he's so young. Man still wearing braces and that. Like it's actually kind of crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, think about it. Like, that's actually crazy. I would have said Saka, but what's Saka got? Saka
New Balance.
New Balance. He's in New Balance. Honestly, the only one would be Yamal, but okay, because he's not on anything. So I'm thinking it would probably be someone like him.
Yeah,
but I can't think. Maybe if Mainu, if he scored a goal in the final to win the game,
Mainu has to win the game.
Yeah, he has to win the game himself. Then maybe Mainu. I don't know what, but just maybe Mainu. Like it'll be something along those kind of lines. Like he'll be down in English focal for time, and then from there it just goes up and up and up.
It's actually interesting still. I think there's more Spanish side, Nico. Although I don't want to do the thing in that, but in Spain and that, them two are still black, bro. So
them two, It's still like, as in they have to win this to just keep themselves calm, like just to go back to Spain and everything's cool. Like otherwise, you'll hear on that first game of the season, Barcelona, them fans will just be.
Alexander said what Palmer with. I think Palmer's with Nike. Yeah, vapors on. I don't know if I think he's with Nike, maybe. Or is it Puma or something?
Nah, I feel like it is Nike. I feel like he seems like a Nike type of guy anyway. So
It's Nike. It's Nike because he's got the vapors on today, and then that video when he's dancing to some reggae and that, it's Nike boots as well, bro, with his name on it and that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Although I will say, if Bellingham scores in the final, bro, with the year he's had already, bro, that's a Beckham thing. I really say he already signed up to thing, when he works with Kim Kardashian on Skims. I've seen the advert pop up. So he's got Skims, he's got Adidas, Lucozade, plays for Real Madrid, won the Champions League and the league. If he wins the Euros, bro, he's gonna win the Ballon d'Or.
So maybe even Bellingham, maybe. And to be honest, the PR's already kind of mad for that guy. Anyway.
The PR's mad. So, it's crazy because
it can only be Bellingham actually for England.
It is Bellingham because I've seen when he grabbed. When we're trying to waste time at the end, he grabbed the ball to run down the wing and that. And the England fans, do. This is absolutely crazy, man.
They love that guy, man.
Yeah, they've kind of left Palmer. Palmer's kind of in what Foden was in a few years ago. He ain't played that much, to be fair.
I was just about to say he's not playing.
Obviously, Southgate don't give a shit about Gordon. Or I told man before the tournament he was wasting Wharton, bro. I knew he'd done the Walcott thing, bro.
Yeah, just brought man just for the sake of bringing man, like.
Because realistically, the only way Wharton touches pitch now, is if
someone gets injured.
Which is not going to happen. England need to be up like 2-0 with 3 minutes left.
Yeah,
and then it's like Spain ain't going to score 2 goals now. Let's waste time and throw him on so we can touch pitch and tell his family that I was on the pitch for the tournament, bro.
Yeah, and in the final as well, like that. That'd be something like that. Like, so who else hasn't touched pitch? Gomez, Wharton.
That's it. Everyone else has been on the pitch now. Oh, obviously the goalkeepers as well.
But they're not coming on. But
everyone else because Bowen played in the first game.
He did.
Gallagher played in the first game.
Gallagher came on today, to be fair.
And then he came on in the second game for the first half in it. So it's just come on. Listen, Southgate, keep doing what you're doing in it. But obviously, if you do get the chance, it would be nice to just let the man touch the pitch at least, bro. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to tell your grandkids that story about when I won the Euros. And they're like, oh, which one was you, Granddad? And you're like, yeah. Bro. You just have to lie and say, I was Foden.
Yeah. Until they're old enough to even understand, bro. Just have to lie,
look a bit different than that. Like, nah, man, that's me, blood. Like,
I had a different hairstyle back then. My hair was black and all of that. Like, it was just different.
Alexander said, that's wild. Jude win the Ballon d'Or. Football is finished. I mean, I ain't gonna let you disrespect my boy on that, bro. I don't believe that. Me and G's been over this bare times anyway. I don't believe any of them are world class anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to keep it. You have to keep it within context of what's going on. And I know people want to do the narrative thing because he's not been the greatest in this tournament, but he has been dope in the league, bro. Like, don't be fooled that everyone's going, oh, he's just stat padded and that, bro. You know how many match winners he scored in the league, bro?
Yeah,
he's been good, bro. You know what I mean? He plays a different style.
He's had a good season, man. Can't lie.
Yeah, he's had a good season, bro. You know what I mean? It's because I said it before. Most people have watched him in like 2 Champions League games towards the end when he wasn't very good, and then the Euros, bro. They never watched him in Real Madrid games. So
because man's not watching these games, bro.
Exactly, bro. Because realistically, if it's off who's the best, well then it's completely subjective, isn't it?
Yeah,
and loads of people voting on who they want, and I promise you, if you want to vote off who's the best, Messi will win it again.
Yeah.
So just know that. Realistically, if you go off who's the best, probably say Rodri.
You say that, but Jesus Christ, the way the Premier League just disrespects a man, they didn't even put man in the list of players. Like, didn't even make sense to me. It was like, even if he didn't win it, he didn't even put man in the list. Like, of players.
Who would you pick? Forget we've done eye test stuff earlier. So who would you pick for the Ballon d'Or based on just being the best?
I think
the whole thing's strange, man.
Yeah, I think I would base it. If Spain were to win the Euros, I would give it to Rodri purely on the fact of I feel like he's been excellent this season. I
Yes,
feel
sir.
like as well won the Premier League and he then won the Euros. So he like I'm sure they put it on their thing about it's team plus individual. So trophies will count, towards all of this. If England were then to win it, I'll be honest, it'll be difficult to look past Jude because either way, if England win it, he's going to play some integral part in that in terms of he's going to be on the main team sheet, right? He's won a Champions League. He's won a league. He's top goal scored for Real Madrid last season.
Yeah.
It will be hard to look past Jude Bellingham winning it. I promise you. Like, what more could he have done in this year if it's just basing on the calendar year? What more could he do to win it? Like, in my personal opinion, he would, like, you know what I mean? So I think it comes down to this more than anything, and not even to just discredit the fact that Jude has won the Champions League already. But in my opinion, I still feel like Rodri's been better, just performance-wise in the season. So if he was to win it, then
anyway.
But it's not even but that's neither here nor there. Because I feel like
Jude got it is Real Madrid's top goal scorer, Real Madrid's player of the season, La Liga's player of the season, and won a Champions League.
Did he not win the Golden Boot in La Liga? Did he not win?
Nah, I think he finished above him. And my man, not Ukrainian plays for. Is it? Actually, it's Soloff. I think Soloff might finish on top goal scorer actually.
Oh right, no, it wasn't even him. It was Jude finished third. Fucking hell.
Yeah, because it was the last game, innit?
Because it was Girona's
that's what I'm talking about. He plays for Ukraine, innit?
I don't know. Like,
yeah, he's their striker. I think he plays with Modric and that.
Soloff came second in 23.
Soloff, yeah.
Soloff was on Lewandowski on 19. Okay, cool.
Soloff was on a job last season, boy. This is because yeah. So,
that's mad. That's actually, you know what's crazy? Jude Bellingham's shot accuracy was the second best last season in all the top goal scorers. His shot accuracy was 71%, and his goal conversion rate was 39%. You know, like this. I don't want to keep going back at it, but this is what I'm talking about. like this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like when we talk about players,
that's my point, bro. Like,
and this is a midfielder, like by trade, like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. What man ain't taking into account. People are saying his stat padding on his side. I'm like, that means that you believe that Jude's been doing the number 10 thing his whole career. I'm like, that's not the player he play. He doesn't play there, bro.
Yeah.
That's like it's like putting Declan Rice up the top of the pitch, bro.
And him just doing the madness. Yeah.
So, that'd be interesting though. The Copa America.
Bro, 40. No, so I'm just reading the stat, bro. He only had 49 shots in the whole of the season, and his accuracy was at 39%.
I'm mad efficient, bro.
Mad efficient, brother.
Mad efficient, bro. But you know, the stat guys, we did a video earlier. The stat guys won't tell you that, bro. They just tell you that.
Yeah.
Also, I've got to say this as well. We might have to end the stat padding thing, bro, because it doesn't make sense.
No.
To say a player is stat padding would mean to say that he has control of the football match, bro.
But this is why I never understood why they got Haaland. They're like, oh, he only stats for that time. I'm like, I don't get what you want man to do. Like, if he missed, you'd say he's not scoring. Yeah, exactly.
He's a striker. So when he scores, like, who was it Luton? He scored like 5 goals against last season.
Yeah.
So when he scores 5 in it, they're like, oh, I just stat pad him. Like, so what do you want him to do? Miss on purpose, bro?
Just to prove you right. Like, I don't even understand,
bro.
The
same thing about when we were talking about Bruno earlier. They're like, oh yeah, but the first season he was stat padding with his penalties. So what do you want him to do? Not take them? What are these men supposed to do, bro?
But if they miss, this is my issue. Fair enough. Okay, you can say stat padding, but if he missed all of those penalties, you'd be like, he's a shit penalty taker. I don't get how man is going to win in this conversation.
It's like saying if Alisson dies for a shot and saves it, it's like he's stat padding his saves, bro, because he could just let it go.
You could just let it go. Like, what?
It actually doesn't make any. Like, sometimes you have to think of what the narrative is within the football spaces now. Yeah. And there's a few words that fly around all the time. There's stat pad, there's pace merchant. Which is it's getting a bit embarrassing, that is, because it's feeling like man don't have a thesaurus and that. Like, merchant's not the only word that exists, bro. It's not even using it in the right context, bro. But here's a pace merchant, here's a shot merchant. I'm like, what?
Do you even understand?
What are you not talking about, bro? So it's a bit, the stat padding one kills me. Though. I'm like, nah, blood, you're not making any sense, bro.
Like what? Like I said, those kind of things are the ones where I'm just like, I don't actually really care. I'm just going to add some context. Like,
stat padding comes from in the sports anyway, from boxing, bro. They go, man's padding his stats and that because in the beginning of people when they finish from amateur and go to a pro, they're padding their stats by fighting these bums, bruv. Like these men are like 43 and that you're definitely gonna win. But but they're not. Yeah, because if we're honest, bro, every boxer that you like, apart from like Mayweather, because he's had like 50 plus fights. So even if he has stat padded some, he's got so many wins on his record. But the ones that like Anthony Joshua, remember when Anthony Joshua was on ITV and Amir Khan? They were fighting bombs, bro.
Yeah,
and every time you step to watch him, you're like, he's not going to lose to this done, bro. There's no.
Yeah. You're looking at the guy thinking, I reckon even I can take this.
Yeah, but without that, you're basically saying, okay, Anthony Joshua, leave the Olympics, go pro, and then fight like Klitschko straight away, bro.
Yeah.
But that means if he loses, he's like 1-0 the other way, and also the big boxers. Why would I fight you, bro? Like I need to sell a fight. If you sell in a fight against Klitschko's fighting this unknown guy who's got a silver medal in the Olympics, and his record in pro is 0-0. I'm not fighting you, bro. I'm not going to make no money from it. But in football, you can't do that unless the only way someone can go stat pad in football, which is still not true, is if Mandel's in. Actually, you can't do it in football because it's not a single man sport. Because it would be to say take Lamel for example. You take him out of Barcelona squad now, send him on loan to I don't know, bruv, like Shanghai Noonblood in the K League, bruv. And then he goes over there and scores 200 goals in 198 games. And then you bring him back. And then you go, do you know how many goals this guy scored?
Yeah.
And then you don't give the context of who he plays for. You just well, obviously he scored that many goals for Barcelona then. But otherwise from that, these narratives do not make any sense, bro.
I remember people are just trying to win. They're just trying to win arguments, bro. Like that. This is why sometimes I always get like, not frustrated, but I'm always like sighing because I'm just like, bro, like it's like you're just trying to win the argument. I don't get it. Like, what is your angle here with what you're trying to say? I really don't understand. But listen, I just like I said, next season I'm just gonna let people say what they want to say, do what they want to do.
You're good though because you don't try to win an argument in defense of a player. You just talk about the player, innit?
Yeah, I'm just talking about the rather than trying to because people are so focused on. Remember, it's a human trait. I've done it enough times. Like you're trying to win that argument because you believe in what you're saying. And sometimes when I'm like, that's why even earlier on when us lot was chatting, what I was saying to Enz was, I'm not even trying to say that what you're saying is even wrong. Like what you and him were saying about the whole the big chances miss kind of thing. You're not wrong, of course. Like if we were to write down what we believe to be big chances as an example, brother, it wouldn't even be the 47 that this guy has obviously missed. But we can't man can't argue with what's
that's
technical, factual kind of thing. I'm just like I can't argue because the reality is I'm gonna have a different if we went through all 47, I can guarantee me, you, and Enz would all have if we had to write down, okay, this is the big chance. I guarantee we'd all have different answers.
Yeah, because when we were in the back office and we watched the compilation of his misses.
They were
like near post shots and that from not close, and then there's like that. We would have caught that a big chance because because if Alisson was in goal, I'm saying Alisson should save that, bro.
Yes, exactly. Facts. No, fact.
Exactly, but you are right. That's what I try to get across because I think we're in a medium now in life where I really hate it as well. Remember, I said to you yesterday about Terrence Howard. I can't deal with people like you can't have an opinion on a fact, bro.
That's my point. That was my point. You can't have an opinion on a fact.
Whether you agree with the fact or not is not the point, bro. Like it is what it is, bro.
Fact.
You can argue with the fact of how it comes, like how the description of what a big chance came along.
Yes.
But that's what the description of a big chance is because it's the same as like there's a reason why no one's argued with GA because GA sounds like it's been formulated in it. So like not GA, XG.
Yeah.
Because you can't formulate what someone's expected goals in with your brain. It has to be a computer.
Then no one
really. That's why I don't care about it because it's like, well, I'm not saying the computer's wrong. I just don't care about it because it's what expected of something. Like people have expected grades in school and then don't get them. Yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm with you, bro. Like, because I remember saying to Enz before about there's a game where someone tried to pass the ball across the box, but Hendo stuck his foot out to kind of aim it towards someone, and he got an assist for it. And Enz was like, yeah, he got an assist, but that shouldn't count. I'm like, well, can't have an opinion. It's an assist, bro.
It's an assist. It's like I can't and I can never argue with the fact. That's the only thing I can never because I'm always like, you're literally fighting against a brick wall, bro.
You cannot enjoy it. You cannot enjoy the assist. You can clearly tell that some people.
Yeah, of course. You'll just add you'll add the context, which is what's needed in
Yeah.
the stat, which is
Well,
what you guys were talking
De
about.
Bruyne's assists and a loads of other people's assists are completely different. De
Yeah.
Bruyne's assists, when you leave the game and we talk about the game, and I go, remember De Bruyne's assist, you'll be able to tell me what he done on it. Sometimes we go to like player ratings and that, and you go, who got the assist for the goal? If you're asking, it probably
That means
wasn't. It was probably like a basic 2-yard pass, and then Curtis Jones ran off with the ball and scored, bro.
Yeah.
It's still an assist, but we don't really rate it like that. But it is what it is, and you kind of have to take it because it's almost like if you want to argue Saka versus Trent or someone on assists, they're going to argue, Trent's got more assists. But then we know as Liverpool fans, but he takes corners on it. So I've never broke it down. But if we go back through Trent's assists, I'm pretty sure of the 50-something, there's got to be at least 20 corners in there, bro.
Yeah, corners, free kicks, like also.
And I'm not going to pretend that every corner he aimed for the guy that he was who headed it in.
Nah,
he aimed in a space and the guy attacked it, bro. But very rarely is man like aiming for the particular guy in the box because it's marked on it. So, and I'm not trying to take the fun away from football. That's why I don't do it. It's just that sometimes you can't you can't twist stuff just to suit what you. That's what I said to K-Mac earlier when he tried to use somebody against Nunes or against, I can't remember, and I was like, no, it was against Diaz, innit?
Yeah, no, it was the Diaz, Kvaratskhelia, and Gakpo situation, like conversation.
Yeah, and then he's like, I think anyway. When they're finding out Diaz's stats are not that bad, bro. Like,
oh yes, yeah.
And he's like, but blah blah's played 50 more games, and I'm like, no, I'm you're definitely not wrong, bro. If the argument's surface level, you win, bro.
Yeah.
But you don't know when 50 games, and that goes back to the boxing thing. Where was those 50 fights, bro? Were they in Mexico in a dungeon, like in Creed? You know, Creed goes to the desert and that, bro. Was it that, or was he in MGM in Vegas, bro? Because it does matter. It does matter, bro.
Like these things do matter. Like if you don't specify, this is going to become like.
And also, it doesn't tell you. No, like it does tell you, but people don't tell you in it. So when they go, he's played this many games. I know everyone in the stream earlier just Googled it and it went to the first base level stats. But the Google stats don't say did he start the game. Because he's come off the bench to bear those games, just like Gakpo has come off the bit. So it's a funny one still. You have to watch to get a good. Yeah, you do, man. Like, listen, obviously we're not like dull people that. So when we're having a laugh and entertainment and that, of course we're gonna joke around players and stuff like that. But when we're having a serious conversation, I'm not entering these serious conversations with feelings, bro. Like I'm not a girl. It is what it is. Like I feel like the way he plays football, he doesn't enjoy it. So. Ben White Ben White doesn't like football, so I can't go Ben White shit at right back because he doesn't like football. He clearly was the best right back for the last 2 seasons, bro.
Facts.
Just a reminder about the referee in the Netherlands versus England game, the previous. We don't need a reminder because we knew that before the game. But obviously now that Netherlands,
someone mentioned
but obviously now that Netherlands are lost, you want to bring it back up. If Netherlands had won. Might be a little bit, you know what I mean, a little bit different. And I'll be honest, bro, because I can be honest, bro. Like
that's 19 years ago.
The thing is, like, there's still a subject when it comes to fouls, like even handballs, bro. It's only really offsides that you can't be subjective on because it's
offside is offside. Yeah.
So I don't agree, bro. If that was Liverpool and Dumfries played for us, bro, I'm like, nah, I'm screwing, bro. Like that's not a penalty to me, bro.
That's not a penalty, bro. I can't lie.
But then you have to go, can you see a reason why the ref would have given it? Yeah. But also, I still don't think. Because then I would have to prove that Kane kicked him, even though it's like, to me, I'm like, it's followed through there. So it's Kane's fault. But I've also seen outside the box, that same thing happen all tournament. And the free kick goes the other side as well. So.
But this is what I'm saying. And that's what confused me because I was like, the reality is it would be more, I think they were even talking about in the studio, it'd be more Kane kicked him. His foot, obviously, both feet are there. They're both well within their rights to go for the ball. Kane takes the shot. He gets the shot off. I don't even think Dumfries fouling him changes what was going to happen in that sequence. The shot's already happened. So I'm like, it's not like he affected even anything that was going on. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we can take that out of it. Yeah. To be honest, listen, look.
And if anything,
England don't care. But
and if anything, not to be fair to the ref, but like the VAR ruined it for the ref because. It has to if it's made a clear and obvious mistake, then you're supposed to tell him to go to the screen on it.
Yeah,
but he clearly didn't give a penalty, bro. So you're telling him to go to the screen is telling him we all know this penalty. invertedly, you're telling man you've made a mistake. Because why?
Yeah.
Otherwise, why are you telling me to go look at it? And now you
Yeah,
told me to go look at it, bro. You're gonna show me some slow motion version that looks like man's hurt him, and that when really I'm like, I'll stick with on-field decision because I think that on ITV they keep going to that woman in it who's like,
because she was like, nah, this won't be a penalty.
it's not penalty, and then Lee Dixon was like, well, you're wrong because it is.
Yeah.
So I was like, also, just put Ali McCoy on Sky Sports and it just for vibes, man. This geezer,
I like it because
he's not the commentator, bro. He's just having fun, bro.
You can tell he must have a pint in his hand and he's just watching the game calm.
I watched him. He'd done the Champions League final, the semi-final, and that's the first. You can tell, you can tell that because he only just left TalkSport, so he stopped doing punditry for a bit. That he doesn't watch every game clearly, and he doesn't care that he doesn't. So it's like the first time he realized who Fulkrug was, and Fulkrug was having a good game in it. And he's like, I love this fella all the time. And then when I watched the Germany game the other day, he's like, I gotta tell you, I love this guy, man. I'm like, bro, you need to do punditry, bro. Like, what you do? It's like he's just having vibes, bro.
He just having vibe, but he's got that, he's that Scotsman, innit? He's got that kind of like not childish, but like Jack the lad about him when he does his commentary. And at times, to be fair, even when he does speak it, he doesn't give me Lee Dixon vibes. Let's put it that way. Like when I listen to Lee Dixon, half the time I'm just like, I feel like you played football so long ago, you talk like someone who did. Whereas I don't feel like that with Ali McCoy, where I feel like he's a bit more in touch with what's going on with the game, certain thing. But Lee Dixon annoys me, bro.
Yeah, he commentates. He commentates like he's salty that these players have got.
Yes, thank you. You noticed it. He acts like he's salty, bro. I'm like, why are you mad? I don't get it. Why are you so bad, bro?
What did he say in one of the games the other day? There was something that wasn't basic. There was something that wasn't basic, but the way he said the players should have done this, I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what it was. It might have been a shot or something. It's like he's got to score there, and I'm like, no, he actually doesn't have to score there. It's so far away from the goal. Like the geezer just had a shot. Allow it, bro. Don't act, you're Lee Dixon, bro. That's not. You weren't scoring goals, bro. That's not your thing.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, some of them just sound moody, bro. You can see him in the studio. And that's what Sooners used to look like to me. When they used to put Sooners and Keane together on Sky Sports, bro. This looked like, man, we were looking at, man, like, yo, you lot are getting paid way more than we were. And we had to clean people boots. Yeah, they hate it, bro. That's why they was on to Pogba all the time, bro. Yeah, they can't believe man's allowed to go and get his hair cut and have a dance, bro. And I'm like, what do you think he does with his day? Do you think that, like, the 2-minute clip you saw of him dancing was this whole day?
Bro,
and also, what got to do with you, bro?
Listen, they want the James Milners of this world. Like they want someone like him where man doesn't do anything, doesn't talk to anybody. You barely hear him do interviews. He drinks water all the time. Like you never see him out. Like they want that type of professional. So they'll love someone like him. And listen, he's a top professional. Of course he was. Or of course he is, should I say. But Pogba, man can't look at Pogba and say he was a dead player. Man should have shown that, players who've like not reached their potential, like Pogba.
Yeah, these pundits, man.
It's like Neymar and that.
Yeah, Charisma and them, man.
Charisma, fucking hell, bro.
Well,
a couple man.
These commentators remind me, they're like things like that, and it's Skip Bayless, bro.
Oh yeah. See, there's two. Right, you know what? Man can really go through a list of them, and there's probably actually quite a few of them, bro. When you really think about it. What do you think of Jermaine Genius?
Can't stand him, bro.
You can't stand him.
No, I can't. He feels like it's fucked up, because the commentators normally come in like a pairing of two, and when they use it, so then they'll always go down the route of one's a professional in being a commentator, one's a footballer, bro, an ex-footballer, and it's not that like I'm trying to take anything away from what it just feels like. Some of you man retired young and they tried to find something for you to do, bro. But like, sometimes when they're talking about certain players, I'm like, I feel like saying you're not qualified, even though you are. But it feels like not like the point. Think of it. There's no way Jermaine Genius and Townsend are on commentary teams, bro. Townsend's on commentary team while he's got a job, bro.
I was gonna say, does he not still play? Like, I don't understand.
Bro, he was commentating last season while he was playing for Luton still. He played against Notts. When we played them, him and Barkley played, bro. And then I heard him on every time England went to Channel 4, he was on. I'm like, bro. And he sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about as well, because playing football and talking about football is two different things, bro. There's some people that can talk a real good game about football and a shit. There's some people who can manage, who weren't great footballers, Clark, Mourinho,
Yeah.
You can do that, but yeah, man, it's just like waffle, bro. Like, especially them, like, because they're so young compared to like the older ones. I'm like, bro, you gotta understand that you're half from the generation of getting more money, man. So you're throwing these men under the bus. That's why I don't like Gabby on Talk Sport, bro. He just talks rubbish, man.
Yeah, nah, I was gonna ask you about him as well. Obviously, I know that's with people them and that. But like, he talks a bit too much. And I feel like at some point, I mean, maybe it's just for the engagement, for the likes and stuff like that.
On Talk Sport, it's definitely for that, bro.
Yeah. And if it is, fair enough, I get the game, I understand how the game works, etc. But sometimes when I see some of your stuff, I'm not even talking about the stuff he was saying about Klopp. I'm actually just talking about the stuff that he just say on a general. If you listen to Talksport every day, when you hear him, bro, I promise you, I'm like, really? Like, is that how you generally think? Like the way you're talking about players, right, boy? I'm surprised man don't want to punch you up, bro.
Yeah, their thing is almost to go on Sky Sports. They're being extra professional, even though they've relaxed a little bit more now.
Yeah.
So we're going to go completely against it. We're going to go over the top because it's him. I think he's like it as well, Jamie O'Hara.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, bro, you just let yourself get fat and they're talking rubbish, bro. Like, talk to me about your kid's mom being on Pornhub for years, bro. Don't talk to me about football. Yeah, bro. Like, sometimes, because they were doing watch-alongs. I think him and the other guy, they were doing the watch-along to the England game, the last England game and that. And I'm like, bro, man, are just slandering the Donnies from the game's just kicked off, bro. Yeah, and you're just going out your way to slander, man, and that. And they think they're funny because when they get call-ins, they're just trying to troll people and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's why I would never do a call-in because I said, you see with them type of guy, maybe with like a Simon Jordan, I wouldn't mind a conversation to see where that went.
Now, Simon Jordan would be a funny conversation still.
Yeah, I reckon it would be a good, especially if it's like a hot topic. But with them, man, I can't lie. I don't want to come because I reckon I can see you because I'm watching some of these things that they're doing, these call-ins and that. And I can see your face. I can see exactly how you are. But I'd end up wanting to punch you up. I'd have to actually come down to the studios and want to punch you up, bro. Because it's just long. Your whole attitude, your energy and the vibe that you kind of give off, like, nah, I'm not. Like, to me, I'm always like, you see these kind of guys, they seem like the guys who will say stuff behind your back. And you see me, I don't play like that, man. Like, that's stinky behavior, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree, man. You see what happened with Newcastle today?
The owners are leaving.
Yeah, they're gone, man. That's crazy, bro.
But they still keep the money, right? Like, how does that work? Like, is their thing not based on those two people?
No, so that Saudi group, the consortium,
the PIF thing.
the PIF thing, they own it completely now.
Okay.
Before there was like shares in it, like Amanda Stevely had a certain percentage, her husband had the biggest percentage, and then PSR, whatever they're called, they had the rest of it. Now the whole consortium just own Newcastle, bro. So and these that have left. So I think I seen the Newcastle fans. To be fair, they were praising Amanda Stevely and her husband and that because like, you saved our club and you did do all this for us and that kept us afloat. And to be fair, they made Newcastle relevant again. So but for the rest of the Prem, this could be shaky for all of us because now the rules that they had to stick to where they were trying to sell like Gordon and all that stuff to offload the book. So obviously you have to present how much money you make and where you make it from based on how much you can spend in it. But that was based on her and him and how much they make. Now it's like they can just be sponsored by whoever, bro. They can be sponsored by like golf if they want. Remember that Saudi group own boxing, they own golf. They can. So now it's like, can you show us where you got the funds from? Yeah, of course we can. You own everything, bro.
That's how it works. Okay. So let's just use like golf as an example, right? If let's just say if they spent, let's say 300 million this summer window as an example, but they made 400 million from the golf, let's just say as an example from the thing, that would be fine.
Yeah, I think so.
In essence, obviously, basic.
Yeah, and I think you're about what is the loss earnings? I think it's 105 million you're allowed to have a loss of, and that's why it was.
So really, you could go an extra 100 million.
Yeah, because that's why Everton and Nottingham got in trouble because they had a loss of like 115 or 109 and stuff like that. But apparently with Everton, they kept doing it so because it's in every payment period, and so once they try to, if you don't sort the payment out in this period. When it rolls over to the next one, they just bring it up again as a new charge, bro.
I thought it was every 3 years. I didn't know it was like.
Yeah, they don't carry it on. It's like a new charge. So then it's like it's the same with Man City. That's why I don't really do the 115 charges thing because some of the stuff I read, it's actually not 100. okay, it is 115 charges,
Mm.
but it's not 115 charges. It's the same charge that you didn't sort out in the first place, and we just charged you again for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of what it's like if you owe a bill to some company, and then they send it to like the high courts and that, and now you owe the high court. But then you didn't pay the high courts either, and now it's gonna look like you've been charged 3 times. Like I was charged by the company, I was charged by the bailiffs, and I was charged by the courts. And so everyone's like, they're doing something dodgy. They got 3 charges. Bro, it's the same bill, bruv.
Mm.
And that's what I realized. And obviously they've got stuff like the grass was too long and that, bruv. Which,
bro, I promise you, I bust out when I saw stuff like that. I was like,
the problem I've got with that is how did they know? Like,
yeah, real talk.
So
yeah,
you
like
leave
real
it
talk.
Too long, but let them play anyway.
Let them play anyway. Yeah,
yeah.
That's how that. But then that's when and you see Manchester City recently. I see that they filed for unfair treatment or something like that recently, and I was like, yeah, you see. Now I'm not saying it's just specifically because of that, but in my mind, it would be something along those lines. Like you're like, bro, like
you've left the door open for them to actually get away with the stuff they've actually done now because you've tried to. This is what stat padding is. You've stat padded their charges. Their charges could have been left at like 20 charges, but 115 doesn't even sound realistic. If a man had 115 bodies on him potentially, just lock him up, bro. He's obviously
you're not waiting a whole 2 years to try.
What you telling me, man's gonna go to court and then they're gonna say he's not guilty of 115 charges, but we don't know who murdered this person. Clearly, this man, he might have murdered 3 of them, but he's murdered them, bro.
Yeah, in fact, that honestly, it's like I said, and I said already, I won't be surprised if Manchester City walk away from this super calm, like with just a fine, like a mad, hefty fine that will just be crazy and something really small, but no points total like coming off, no titles being stripped, none of that stuff, relegation. But I reckon they'll just be super calm because them lawyers that they got the kind of lawyers that. Listen, even OJ could even get good lawyers like that. I promise you, bro. Like they've got some serious lawyers. Like again, look at the people who own the football club. Do you really think that they don't have the number one lawyers in that field? Like, bro, that's too easy for them.
People who are like trillionaires and that, because they're lying, telling that they're just billionaires. Now they've got everything, bro. And they're they don't like to be. They don't like to be told what to do, bro. So like, it's like we'll just flex on you because we can, because I need to prove a point here. Like. I've got kind of FU money, bro. That if you want to keep going,
exactly, and that's the thing. The Premier League don't have the type of money that these people have.
We're back to like oil under the floor, bro, and a state, and you're some governing body, bro. We'll rip you apart. And they even said something like there's unfair treatment. They mentioned something to do with like not race, but almost like a cultural thing in it. Like you've got a problem with us because we're Saudi. And the thing is, they might not, but every time Saudi gets involved in something, that's what it sounds like, bro. It's because when even the word in there is like, we don't want these people in our game. We don't want this in our game. It does sound like, hold on a minute,
discriminatory, like
yeah, because clearly in UEFA and FIFA and all that, you lot are corrupt anyway, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly,
it's a mad one still, bro. Like Man City, bro. If Man City get away with these charges, bro, you have to have the same energy because the same people are waiting for them to be found guilty. Yeah. If you're going to trust in the system that much, then you're going to have to just leave them alone. Or you're basically saying that either way, you just believe that Man City's got 115 charges because I believe it. I have no proof.
Because you believe in it.
But really, we know you believe it because you're a Liverpool or a Man U or Arsenal fan and you want extra titles, bro. That's all.
Exactly.
I don't want them.
That's the sad thing. That's to me like listen, look. Like with the whole charges thing, I even look at it and I sit there and think to myself, bro, like, okay, I'm not. If they have cheated, they've cheated, whatever, fair enough. But there's no way that you, man, we've gone through this whole time, and you're trying to tell me that when you were playing against Manchester City, the charges were on your mind. You were like, yo, we're coming up against. No, like you watch them play, you've seen them lose games, you've seen them win games. I promise you, yes, obviously, I know the fact that they would have cheated helped them to get some type of players, but you still got to get these players to play the way that they do it and still make them the best players and the best team that we've seen. So when people talk about this, I'm like, bro, like, let's put it to you this way. Even if they have cheated, bro, do you still think that it's going to have been unrealistic for them? Maybe not to have won maybe 4 in a row. Potentially, you might have had like Liverpool or someone else like jump in there. But are we still not saying that they probably still would have won most of these anyway, with the players that they probably still could have gotten, with the manager that they still would have had? Like, come on, bro. Like,
it'd be interesting to see on the chart. I might have to do some research actually. Within where they're supposed to be cheated, what player or what players have they signed on them dates?
Oh,
or
yes,
them
that would
years
be
and
good
that?
to know.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Because I guess the point would be if it's like De Bruyne or someone like that, then it's gonna be for their sake. It better not be because
Yeah, because that's a bit mad.
that would sound crazy, innit? Like, oh, nah, it's just De Bruyne and Aguero. Don't worry about it. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, it's like, well, what? The two
Yeah,
most
yeah.
pivotal players in their history. Yeah,
But
like, here.
you are right, bro. Like we ran them close
That's what I'm
twice
saying.
against Pep and once with Brendan, and it was like 1 point in it. It wasn't 115 charges that the reason why we didn't get an extra point. It wasn't
Exactly, bro.
because it wasn't against them where we lost the points. So if it was against
Savage.
if it was against them where they beat us every time, that's fine. But we lost the points to Leicester and West Ham, and that ain't got nothing to do with Man City. Bro.
That's got nothing to do. Like, if we had just won those games, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Like, and then it looks, and I know people say football's fine margins and that, but then you're looking at it differently. You're like, I reckon you don't even care that they've cheated. I reckon you wouldn't even care.
No,
I reckon this doesn't even come up like in conversation. Like this wouldn't even be a thing. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, flipping hell, man.
We'll see what go on anyway. I'd love to
Yeah,
know
for me, I just want to like if people have broke the rules and have actually broke the rules and that, you can strip them of their title. Just don't give them to us, bro.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't.
Yeah. Because
it's not going to mean anything to me at all. Like, it's not going to mean anything.
Look at Dustin. It started. It's the summer of Aguero and David Silva.
Yes. What year did Aguero come? Well, it must have been the year that they won the
2011, I think. 2011, bro.
No, that was years ago, bro. Years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Hold on a minute. It can't be that. That basically saying that they don't even get the. Oh, that means Man City would never have a Prem title if it got took off them because they won the Prem this 2011-2012 season.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was wondering. That's what I'm saying. That's time ago, bro.
Because that was when they beat Man U in it last day of the season.
Last day of the season. Well, they beat QPR, yeah. It's 2011. You're right. He's been at City for 10 years.
That stinks, bro. Man, just don't have no titles in that, bro. Just your whole new history is gone.
Your whole literally, basically, your history, literally from 2000. And did they win the title before that? No, that was their first, isn't it?
That was their first one, and because the first trophy they won was the FA Cup the year before.
Yes,
and then they won and that means like the only thing what will count is their one FA Cup, because actually the Champions League will still count because that's not the Prem, but the FA Cup and League Cup come under the English League, so they'll lose that as well.
You know,
which means that Leicester become more thingy than them and Blackburn and that again.
Yeah, so then now he scored 31 goals in that season.
I did see that thingy when they asked Big Steve about it, and he was like, "Listen, if we cheated, then yeah, we should be stripped in that. But what you have to understand is, I've witnessed all these wins and that. You can't take it away from us anyway, bro. Like,
yeah, but you can't. You actually
no matter what you say, bro. Like, they're not.
He's got the pictures and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if they've done that with Liverpool, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm supposed to forget that Trent took that quick corner. Nah, blood. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You can have it like that. And, yeah, it might be good for you little like rivalry arguments if you want to do like one stream with a Man U fan and that, so you can cook us. All right, you cook me for the hour, bro. But when I get off here, I've won the title in my head, bro.
yeah, like
when have we seen that? We've only ever seen that with thingy in it. Olympics, like man take man's gold medal away and that.
And
I think they did that with, fucking hell.
You remember the whole Italian madness?
Yeah, they got relegated as well.
They fully got put down the leagues, bro.
Didn't Rangers get relegated?
Rangers, remember Gerrard taking over, bringing them back up again. So we've seen it. We have seen it in terms of when they've taken, and you're right, Olympics as well, where they've taken away.
Like, the top fingers away because Usain Bolt got he got the 100 meters when he broke the record. It might have been London Olympics. How many did he get? Three medals. That
he definitely done it in London Olympics. Yeah,
he got 200 meters, 100 meters, and the relay in it.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the relay medal anymore. It's gone.
Why?
Because thingy that was taking Asafa Powell that took steroids in it. So because he did that, the Jamaican team gets stripped of their medal, bro. So, but as I just said,
does it go? But then does it then go to who came second, like in that race?
I don't know. Okay. But that's my point. Like, does it? Like I just told you, bro. But you don't care, bro. Like you watch. You don't watch.
I fully sat at my house and we were watching the Olympics, bro. Like I said,
and all Usain Bolt fans are just like, yeah. Remember when he won the 3 gold medals? No one goes, I remember when he won 2 and 1 got taken off. No,
bro. Yeah, nah. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit at all, bro. That's mad, you know. His record in the Olympics.
I'm half thinking that some sports, bro. I ain't joking. See the sport, the enhancement thing. I think just let them all have it, bro. Make so
Did
much
you hear
smoke.
about? Did you hear about the thing that this came out like a little while ago? I remember I was going for a jog like maybe a few months ago, and I was listening to something. They were talking about how they want to do. There's this guy with this company. Basically, he wants the athletes to be allowed to take certain enhanced like drugs and stuff like that to allow them to. I think it was for the Olympics.
I'm here for it, bro. Because remember, Russia's
Yeah.
banned completely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man.
But when he said it, I was like, okay, cool. But obviously, because him and Simon, it was Simon Jordan. He was chatting to man about it, and obviously he was grilling him, and he was just trying to ask. He was like, he's like, the idea doesn't sound crazy. That's not my issue. It's just what are they allowed to take? Is there a limit to what they can take and do? And he was like, the guy basically saying the limit is whatever the doctor allows for you to take. Like that is the limit. So if the doctor
I'm
says
here for it still.
X person can take whatever to enhance whatever it is, then he's allowed to take it. Simple as. And he said he feels like it'll put more people on a level playing field in terms of races and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Maybe so, Maybe
Listen,
so.
man, from what I've seen and from when people have been banning that, bro, the most fun is when all of them have been on steroids. But apart from Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell got done for steroids. Justin Gatlin got his medal taken off him. See, because that's what I'm saying. Justin Gatlin got his medal taken off him for cheating. But then in his last race, he beat Bolt in it because Bolt pulled his hamstring and he won. And everyone was booing him when he won. So either way, listen, man, just have that's like a threshold where you can't go over this amount of steroid. You can't have over this much testosterone in your system and that, but you can.
Yeah. I think that's what Simon Jordan was
in
asking.
UFC, they were doing that before anyway until USADA got involved, and all of a sudden, man wanted to who was it? I think Alex Overeem. Alistair Overeem watched his first fight against Brock Lesnar, and obviously I'm a WWE guy, and he punched up Brock. I said, hold on, why does his traps look like that? There's no, brother. If you Google Alistair Overeem in his fight against Brock, bro, and you look at him and tell me that you don't know he's on steroids already. He's on steroids, bro. So, and then years later, they're like, I wonder if he was Lao me blood. Lao me blood. He was on them, bro. What are you talking about? So, yeah, man. I'm not having it, bro. Alistair Overeem, bro. Pussies, bro. Let him take it, man. Even like baseball and that. I'm not a baseball fan. I just tune into sports every now and again. Major League, if there's a final in that series, I'll watch it. And back in the day, these men were hitting the ball.
Yo, his traps are crazy.
Exactly, bro. Back in the day, baseball, bro. Even when you hear rappers talk about certain baseball players and that, bro. Yeah, because back then, that's when the man had the big bicep and that, bro.
Facts.
Sammy
it's mad
Sosa,
how they,
run it back, man.
Yeah.
I think that one guy snitched on everyone, though. He got caught, and then he just snitched on him.
But it's all it ever takes, though. It takes that one person that act like a little bitch, and then he goes to snitch on everybody. And now we're in this situation where it's like, now no one can do it now because he snitched on one person, and no one else is trying to get into that type of trouble that, do you know what I mean, that he's getting himself into. So it's all mad, bro.
Fuck it, bro. I ain't got a problem, bro. You know what I'm saying? But what they've done is just say, I do care because it's not fair for the teams that they played in the correct way to get F over because another team cheating. No, I'm not having it, Bun City. But listen, you're in fairness to say that. I agree, the cheating's too much, but we have to be honest, bro. Like, there's other stuff that technically could come across as cheating. The penalty that you was meant to get, the handball, that was definitely a handball. You know what I mean? They're all like wrong. We've had decisions where refs come out after the game and said, nah, it was a handball. Okay, but we didn't win the game, did we? Because you didn't give us our penalty before. This didn't happen. So, yeah, Bun City. I don't want City to win anything anyway, bro. But also, I'm saying, man, these man, I wouldn't be surprised if City's got a private investigator on Liverpool, on Arsenal, and Man U, bro.
Bro, real talk.
They're just waiting.
Yeah. They're just waiting to drop the news.
Obviously, all these owners know each other and that, bro. So
yeah, of course.
They had no right signing them. It was the money and nothing else.
Listen, I'm not even disagreeing because, like I said, I don't know what they're gonna get found.
There is one thing that creases me that nobody remembers, where I knew that Man City were doing something dodgy. Does everyone forget that Man City tried to buy Kaka for 100 mil?
Did they?
Yeah, bruv. This is like 10 years, bruv. I swear to you, bruv. There was the biggest bid, the first big bid I've ever seen, bruv. Remember, they had like they had new owners. The owners that they've got now, remember, they had owners before that for like a year, innit? It went quick. Like, everyone thinks this is the same owners that took over when Mark Hughes was there. Nah, they did.
They
tried to buy Kaka, bro, for like 100 mil, bro. when at that time nobody was getting brought for 100 mil, bro. Some stupid money in that. And then they didn't work out, and everyone just carried on with it, and everyone wondering where they got their money from. At the time, there was no way of them getting that more kind of money from sponsors, bro. It's Man City, bro.
Let's see.
Yeah, they tried to do the mad thing. Alexander said it's our fault for not spending the extra bit to get over the line. Yeah, exactly, bro. It's still open, kind of. Yeah, it will open a kind of world to the steroids, and they should.
You're right. They did in 2009. Yeah, they did.
2009, you know, bro.
Yeah,
you know what? You know what that money is in 2009, bro. 100 mil,
bro. 100, bro. Done. Considering they bought Robinho at the time for 32 mil.
Yeah, so that 100 mil is about 180 now.
That's mad. They actually fully,
bro.
Fucking
yeah, man.
They were willing to, bro. At the time, guess how much they were trying to offer, man. At the time,
what wages?
Yeah,
well, 500 grand a week.
500 bags a week.
Yeah, but they were doing because Thingy was doing it, and remember that the dodgy Russian team, but don't exist anymore.
Oh yeah, the one that Etu and Willian and that played.
Yeah. Remember when? Okay, this is mad. Do you remember when Lavetti was the most expensive player in the world? Like, he was getting paid more than anyone.
Yeah.
He was the highest paid player on the planet, bro. And I'm like, he's my guy still, but there's no way he should be getting paid more than everyone, bro. He's getting paid more than everyone, bro.
Bro, Lavetti, yeah. This is when PSG were like.
Yeah, Cavani, Lavetti, and that blood.
Ibrahimovic then coming in, like, it was all mad.
Yeah, man want to, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Man want to rewrite history in that, but there was something dodgy, bro. How can a team go from offering that kind of money out to Etu and that? Because I remember Etu's first one was 300 grand a week, but at the time, 300 grand a week sounded mad, bro.
And it still stands kind of mad now, like even.
They went from that to their team not existing anymore, bro. How?
I wonder, and the match.
They folded, bro. It's over with. Unless they've redone the team, it's done with, bro. And it's the same with when we found out.
Yeah, they only just sold 2 years ago, to be fair.
Yeah, bro. Remember when we found out that Oscar was going to like China and that, and Sherlock and them, man. I'm like, hold on a minute.
Oh yeah,
Oscar's young and cold, bro. What do you mean he's going to China, bro? All of a sudden, that didn't work out. China ain't got the money. Saudi's a little bit different because they seem to have unlimited money, bro. But
yeah, it's mad. Yeah, when I'm looking at this thing. Yeah. This Anzi Macatraca. Bro, they had Roberto Carlos. I fully remember.
Man, madness, bro. God. And I was on Paddy Power adverts and that, bro.
yeah. I've always
weed should be legal in the bro, man. Because the enhancement of weed is like, or just cannabis in general, it's not.
Medically, it can be a good thing anyway.
Yeah, it's only performance enhancing to say that like the pains I've got don't hurt anymore. But that's not. That's what massaging that does anyway, bro. Just let them take it, bro.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's one of them things I'm not gonna argue with.
That what's her name again? Is it Sha'Carri Williams, the American sprinter, the girl? She's like the
she got back. Yeah. I see that. I see that the other day. I see that.
Man said about Barry Bonds, you know. Come on. Yeah, the Chinese scammers. Chinese scammers. At one point, there was a documentary because remember, Carson Young, who brought Birmingham, he's in prison, isn't it?
Is he now in prison?
Yeah, because he got done for the sports washing thing, bro, while he was at Birmingham. And I remember I was watching a documentary on it, and it was like, basically, like he brought Birmingham with no money, so it was all like fake. And there was in China showing them in China, like man at a restaurant, he had like pictures with him and Alex Ferguson on the wall and that, which he never took, but he never met Ferguson, bro. It's just all Photoshop stuff. It's all Photoshop, bro. So everyone over there is thinking he's a real Don and that. Man, just sports washing, bro.
You know how crazy that is? Like, man said he just got a Photoshop picture of him and Alex Ferguson, like, just chilling. Like, how mad that is. Like, you don't want to root Alex Ferguson to one day to ever see that. Like, when do we take that?
Yeah, exactly. Neymar would have went to Man City, which would have been cool to see, but also
you'd have been mad. Yeah, that would have been mad. What, with Pep Guardiola coming down as well? Fuck off.
Yeah, you definitely should do that video on players that teams have not reached their potential in that. Because I think some players we might be a bit harsh on just because we want them to get to like Messi and Ronaldo levels, but really, some of them have won World Cups and their leagues and all that, and we're still saying that we never reach.
That's true.
Yeah, but sometimes
like Pogba being like a main one of that.
Yeah, because I'm like, who am I to tell man that like, for all I know, but his plan might have been once he gets to the top level, I want to play for 3 years and bounce, bro. So wasn't Etu the most expensive African? Yeah, he was.
He was. Hold on one sec, bro. Yeah,
them man work anyway. Them man were doing like fake passports and that blood. You know what I mean? Man tried to tell me at the time that I remember when the first saw Boubacar and that man tried to tell me that man was 18, bro. Allow it, blood. Allow it, bro. Boubacar's my dad's age, blood. Try to mug me off, bro. Question: why can Jones be found with cocaine in his system and still fight, but any other fighter is banned for life? Hey, man, respect Johnny Bones, man. I don't know the answer to that, bro, but that's the guy still, Johnny Bones, bro. I honestly don't know the answer. I guess it was the. I mean, to be fair, Tyson Fury was taking cocaine as well, man. So. Yeah, man. It's that's one thing, man. Sometimes it's one thing for one and not for the others and that, man. But I feel like there is you do have a responsibility to remain professional in whatever sports and stuff like that. And they do give you a list of stuff that you can't take. Some of them are harsh though, man. Like some of them are like certain paracetamols and that you can't take, which is they'll clash as performance enhancing because obviously when you take certain painkillers, they numb your pain receptors in it, and they're basically saying that like if you numb your pain receptors and you're about to fight somebody, it's unfair because you won't feel it. Where we both know that if you take a tablet for painkillers, I can still feel if you punch me in the face. So yeah, it's a bit all over the place, but who knows, man? Who knows? Any more questions, guys, before I get out of here? What we got here? Trying to think. Sunday. So kickoff on Sundays at 8 p.m. I think. I don't know where it is everyone else. Everyone's in different places in the world, but if I'm correct, 8 p.m. on Sunday. Trying to figure out if I'm going to watch it in my house or watch it out with my son. I mean, it could be a mad disappointment. It could be, I don't know. Big honesty. Question: would you be mad if one of your guys that you are training started using steroids? It's happened to me loads of times. Well, not loads of exaggerations. It's happened to me a few times. It depends because I train a wide range of people, but most of the people I train are not like really young anymore. Whereas before I had like 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds and stuff like that. So if somebody else training started taking steroids and didn't tell me, then I'd be pissed because it affects my business, and it. Even though he's gonna start looking impressive, I guess, on whatever he's doing, it's like questions start getting asked and that, and then when people are like, "Oh, Savage's clients taking steroids," I can't even protect them, or I'm gonna end up lying on their behalf when they know full well they're taking it, or it goes the other way around, and the side effects. I'm already clued up on steroids, and I know the side effects. I know what people need to take, what people need to take to get off them. So if the side effects are going to start looking like I'm just an unprofessional trainer, and whatever style I've trained them in is the reason why they've got high heart rate or, you know what I mean, enlarged organs or anything like that. So I wouldn't be mad about it if they told me. I would advise them on certain things, especially because use the word steroid, but even like testosterone is technically steroids, but then TRT is technically steroids as well. But TRT seems more acceptable because most geezers start taking it when they're older, and it doesn't bother me. I'm never like or judgmental. And if you're in a competition and you cheat, that's different. But if you're doing it for life and you're an older guy and all you've done is restored your testosterone to what it was when you was like 25, I don't care. So what? That's what Dana White and all them man do anyway, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I probably wouldn't be able. I probably couldn't be bothered to do it myself when I'm older. But who knows, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't know where you're gonna be at in that kind of
time.
Yeah,
because you might even go in doctors and that, and they're like, "Yo, you're taking care of yourself and all that, bro." But I see that you keep complaining about being sleepy and tired, and you're training, and you're getting all these pains and stuff like that. And obviously, TRT dose is like tiny, but yeah, if somebody just started taking steroids and I was training them, if you don't tell me, I'll be pissed, bro. If you tell me, then I can talk you through whatever in it. But yeah, that goes, man. Can Messi win the Ballon d'Or, or if he wins the Copper? We spoke about this yesterday, innit?
Yeah.
You never know with Messi, bro. But I can't lie, like my son keeps me up to date with what's going on in MLS and that, but it doesn't feel like MLS is at a certain level where it can even have an effect on the Ballon d'Or anyway.
Yeah,
because then you'd have to count Ronaldo as well in with the Saudi.
With the
No
Saudi,
one does
yeah.
that, so.
And to be honest, I know that's what Ronaldo wants. Like Ronaldo
Yeah,
wants you to start.
he finished top goal scorer, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I doubt it, but yeah, Copa America, of course, if you can win that, but it's not enough to win the Ballon d'Or this time. But who knows, man? You never know what's gonna happen with it, man. It's like,
Bro, if he was to win it, then you know something like over other people. Then
last year I stuck up from when people were trying to cook and that because they were saying Haaland should have got it, and I was like, listen, Messi still had a great year, bro.
Yeah,
remember, he was off the back of PSG. He had his record weren't bad actually. His goals
his record was dope in his last season. Yeah,
exactly. And then obviously he won the World Cup as well, and PSG won the league. So I was like, yeah, I'm not mad at that still. But yeah, if he wins it, the thing is, Ballon d'Or's a weird one because we can use it in arguments for some people of the past because it feels like it's more legit.
Yeah,
but it kind of reminds me of the Oscars, bro.
Yeah,
like if you tell me, "Oh, Savage, watch this movie," and then you go, "Oh, it won an Oscar," it doesn't make me want to watch the movie anymore. Like,
I'll be honest. It actually makes me not want to watch the movie.
Well, yeah, every time someone tells me a movie what won an Oscar and they're like, "Oh, it's the best picture," or it's the odd time I've watched the Oscars, it's always every time somebody wins an Oscar, it's a movie that I haven't watched yet.
Yeah,
I'm always like, how have you won an Oscar when your movie's not even like it's not reached everyone's household yet? How's that happen? Like when Parasite won, no one I knew had saw it, and then they were telling me it wasn't in English anyway.
I was like, so then you're just like, well, pointless.
Yeah. And then Thingy won it before. They said it was La. Do you remember the one when they said it wrong? La La Land won, and then there was like, no, it's Moonlight.
Oh yeah.
They'll change it. And then obviously at the time, I didn't even hear about Moonlight before that. So then I ended up watching it because they said it got an Oscar. And bro,
I thought it was the shittest film I've seen.
Bro, that's when I said, "Fuck the Oscars, bro. This movie is trash, bro."
Trash. Like forget what it is in terms of obviously within.
But actually, that actually made more sense because what it is the reason why it probably won. Because not only are the people, not only are they black, but they're black and gay, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, fair enough. So I've gotten over that part in itself. Your story was crap. Like the story of this film, like it's not even I couldn't even follow it. I just remember sitting there with the missus, and I'm literally
I did the same thing,
bro. And we're both like, and the thing is, we're both quite similar in films and TV stuff that we like. Like she'll bring me in on stuff, I always bring her in on stuff, etc. So when we watch this, you're both looking at each other like, that was the biggest waste of however long, 2 hours or whatever it is that we actually had. I was like, I would have been better off just watching Family Guy for the last 2 hours.
I thought they were the most basic thing I've ever seen. You're just basically telling me that man's got like a mom who's a crackhead and he's young and then he's older. And then when he's older in school, he realizes he's gay. Then he realizes the friend in school's gay as well. Then they love each other, bro. That's it. There's nothing, bro. And then you got like Mashallah Ali's in it. Naomi Harris is in it. And if they were honest and you ask them, where do you rate this amongst your biggest roles? They'll tell you like this shit, bro. But this is the one that got me an Oscar, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those. It's actually one of those. Like, it got me an Oscar, so that puts me on a different kind of pedestal in terms of I'm assuming how they must now do their contracts now. It's like I need that Oscar-winning contract, like as opposed to one prior to that.
Leonardo has been in bad boy movies his whole life, bro.
Yeah, never won an Oscar.
And I like The Revenant, but that's when he got the Oscar, bro. After
for all the films. I would have preferred Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can, Django, Titanic. He didn't win one, but
doesn't that then tell you straight off the rip? Titanic, which is probably one of the most iconic films in history of film, and you're telling me he didn't win an Oscar?
I think Thingy did as well. I think Kate Winslet did, and he didn't. How's that work?
Yeah,
how did Rose get an Oscar, but Jack didn't?
It
doesn't make any sense. If anything, he's more of a main character in the movie than she is, bro.
But Savage. This is the point. This is why now with Oscars, I don't watch it no more. Like I don't care about it. I don't care if you win an Oscar now because you've lost all credibility, like the Ballon d'Or I'm talking about. As much as Messi's my guy, favorite player, great. You lost the credibility in this whole Ballon d'Or thing when you just started to notice that like man like Lewandowski maybe should have won it. Obviously they couldn't give it to him that year, and it's like then the next year you're giving it to. I'm like, at some point, I get it. These guys are obviously doing their thing, but there are other players who are doing well, like probably equally as well as these guys.
We realized pretty quick in it that once you realize, oh damn, me as a fan, I know the formula to win it, and that's when I started saying stuff like, But if he wins the Champions League and he wins that, then he's gonna win it.
Yeah. That's not
But
good.
what did I say to you the other day? If a Real Madrid player wins the Copa America or the Euros, they're probably gonna win the Ballon d'Or. Like if Vinny won the Copa America, Bellingham don't win the Euros, even though Vinny can't win it now, Vinny would have got it.
Yeah.
And it would have been that simple, bro. Like
which is not good. I shouldn't know a formula like.
No, you should never know it, bro. Like, I don't even think Modric is cold, bro. But the year Modric won it, Messi probably should have got it.
Yeah, but I felt like they had to give it to Modric.
Yeah,
because I don't think they gave it to him the year before. So it was like you kind of had to give it to him that year because obviously he was still good, obviously in the following season.
Yeah, Suarez doesn't have one.
So yeah,
Suarez doesn't have one. Although the year when he outscored Messi and Ronaldo and he was in Messi's team and he was cooking and he won the same trophies as Messi, but Messi still won. So
Messi still won. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro.
Like,
Lost credibility,
Will Smith won the Oscar for King Richard, which is a good movie, but he didn't get one for Pursuit of Happiness. Bro, allow me,
is mad. Yeah,
and no Marvel movies have them, bro. No Endgame, nothing, bro. The biggest box office movie of nearly, bro, apart from like Avatar and that, it's the biggest box office draw of all time, bro. £1 billion on top of £1 billion every time, and then man said, nah, you and Thanos can't have it, bro. Allow it.
Again, like I said, they've lost all credibility. So when I watch them now, I don't even care. Like I'll be honest with you, I actually don't care. I'm just like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're not so mad. Yeah, Avatar first, Endgame second, Avatar third, Titanic.
Yep,
bro. Even more than Titanic, crazy.
Yeah, it's great, bro. It's mad.
Bro, even Spider-Man, No Way Home, bro, that's massive. Yeah, no, Avengers is in here twice in the top 10.
Yeah, Endgame and Infinity War, isn't
it?
Yeah, bro.
And the Avengers. The first Avengers is number 10.
This is what I'm saying, but no Oscars, bro.
Nah, that's mad. I didn't
Question:
even know that.
Who is winning the Golden Boy Award? Lamine or Manu? I'll give it to Lamine.
It's gonna be Lamine, bro. As in, I know it's going to be as in, it doesn't even matter what he does between now and the end of the season, like at the end of this calendar year. It actually don't
matter. If Matt 10 wins the Copper after winning a World Cup, do you men believe he should be a player on the Ballon d'Or player? He wouldn't
be on the list.
He wouldn't think it, when they wouldn't equate to each other. The World Cup one was for last year.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's why Messi won it that year. So this year wouldn't. If it was in the same year, then yeah, of course, bro. But
no, you're right. Maybe not. But I feel like he might make that list.
I think he'll make the list. Yeah.
I feel like he might.
Arsenal used to be decent in the 90s. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the new Denzel. You talking about Gladiator 2?
Gladiators 2. Yeah, it must
you see the trailer?
I've not watched it. I was gonna do a reaction, but I'll be honest, I can't remember too much of Gladiator, so I didn't want to watch it. So I have to go back, watch Gladiator first, then I'll watch this trailer. But I'm gonna watch the film anyway.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Listen, man sold me, bro. Got Denzel in it, bro. So
it's... yeah. That kind of, it's so bad. I saw it. I was like, all right, what film was this? And then I saw it's a Gladiator 2. I was like, I'm just gonna watch it anyway, just because. Just because.
One thing I'm really glad about, which is not giving anything away, I was worried as soon as I heard it was coming out that don't tell me to do the remake, bro, because the movie's too cold to do a remake of. And I was like, no, it's actually Gladiator 2, bro. Like it's just.
Oh, so it's gonna be a continue. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't want a remake. I don't need a remake.
Yeah, because Homegirl's in it, the sister of Joaquin Phoenix in the first one, and I watched the trailer and I'm like, yo, how she's like 60 or something now. She looks damn near the same, bro.
Let's hope that they haven't done anything to make her look the same. I'm hoping it's not one of those. I don't want to see a picture of her tomorrow and it's something crazy.
They done with the Ballon d'Or, give the best player. I don't care if they won. Yeah, the problem with the best player is too subjective. Yeah. Because if you don't like what Rodri does, because it's basically great, then you wouldn't go for that. He might not score enough goals for you or whatever. So Revenant wasn't that guy. I like the Revenant, man. My missus was pissed at the Revenant, boy. That was one of the movies where I wanted to tell her to go home because I could tell that her viewing of it, not enjoying it that great, was winding me up because I'm enjoying it, bro. And I'm like, I beg you, just act like you care and that. And then she was like, listen, and my missus got this one comment when she makes when she leaves the cinemas. She said, "What did you think?" I know what that means. You
know immediately.
Which means now the ride home in the car is pointless trying to talk about the movie. Because you're gonna tell me how shit it is while I'm enjoying myself, bro. Yeah, so
that's actually a joke. When you know the ride home is just this is just gonna be a pointless conversation.
My missus, what did she call the Revenant? She said it was she said it was scene porn. She said it was just porn for scenery. She said it was just great scenery. She's like, it was nice snow and nice trees. And
That's
like,
actually a joke.
yeah.
Porter's
Tiny was my first favorite, bruv. That's the man, then, bro. Like these man, Kevin, that's what's costing me for it because I watch the Titanic too often. I love it, bro. It's cold, bro. A movie like that, it's come out in like '96, bro. It stands the test of time, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely like, we gotta realize, bro. It's
one of the first,
like one of them kind of films.
Coming off the back of not the back of the '90s, but CGI and green screen was being used more and more then. And you can't tell, and you can't. When I was so amazed by the behind the scenes of the Titanic when I was a kid, because it's like, yo, to me, it looks like they're in the actual ocean the whole time, bro.
Yeah.
And then when I watch behind the scenes, I'm like, broski, they're in like a little, it's just this little area with some water there, bro. I'm like, nah, they've done me here, bro. And even, did you know that like on the boat, when like all the people are walking around and that, they're not real?
What do you mean they're not real?
They're not real people, bro. Like, the people you can see walking around while Jack and Rose are like, I'm the king of the world and all that.
Yeah.
Bro, there's about 10 people there that are real. The rest of them are CGI, blood. They've been, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah, I feel like Savage has got a warn man before he starts.
Bro, even if you go on YouTube, bro, these men are just been generated, bro. They're not there, bro. Like, I'm thinking they've got hundreds of extras to walk around this fake boat. And then when I watch them, I'm like, broski, they've just generated people, bro. Original NPCs, bro. That's why it's so great. Same as Denzel.
Savage definitely needed to give a warning and spoiler alert before he did that way, though. Fuck it, no. I'm looking at it now. I didn't know.
That's, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy, man. That's when I first realized, like, yo, this green screen shit's amazing, bro. Because when you watch Avengers and that, bro, and realize that most of the movie doesn't exist.
Yeah, like, but I can understand because of what it is. So
me too, but there's certain parts in Avengers where I can understand because of where they are. So they're on planet Titan. Titan doesn't exist over here. But there's parts of Avengers that you're like, of course this ain't real, but at least this is. Bruv, that's not it. You know when Captain America fights himself, when he goes to like the future, that building, where the glass office is and that, there's no office, bruv. It's not real, bruv. I'm like, nah, this looks like a real office, bruv. It's like, nah, it's not a real office. With the screen, everything saves us some money. And I'm like, nah.
But to be fair, that I can, because I can't remember if there's something I was watching the other day, and they were doing the whole green screen thing, and it was like, no, it was like a car, like not even a car chase. He was just driving a car. And obviously, I know with most of these things that you got like the green screen background anyway of like driving the car. But then I saw she got out of the car. She went to go do something like she was in some like this kind of like mechanical kind of place. Yeah. And whatever she was doing, there was supposed to be like someone else there, but there was no one there. But someone was handing her something and it was CGI. I was like, rah!
Bro, when you realize how
she goes down in a lift, but there's no lift. It's just her going. I was like, oh my fucking
you realize how good some of these actors are. That like when I think it might have been Incredible Hulk. Obviously, Mark Ruffalo's really there, but like, obviously Hulk's massive in it. Yeah. And basically, he's got the dots in that on his face, but there's a stick sticking out of his head with a Hulk's head on it, and they're talking to the Hulk above his head. So they look
because they have to look like
And I'm like, bro, like this. Or when Andy Serkis is probably the best at it, and he's the main CGI guy. He's Caesar and he's Gollum and all that. He's in every movie, and I'm like, yo, if you watch the behind, not even the last Planet of the Apes, but you watch the behind the scenes, they went to like some training camp where they were trained to walk like monkeys in it for like a week, like to walk like chimps. They've actually got stilts on their arms. But then it's generated around, so they had to learn how to actually walk like that, bro, which is kind of cold still. Like
that's kind of cold when you figure it, because they fully, you wouldn't look at them and think, oh, they don't even walk like monkeys, like they walk like apes, like
you just assume that like they've all been CGI'd and then they're just talking. There's been a voiceover, bro. But now they're actually my man. Yeah, cold, man. Imagine going from Eminem, 50 Cent, Nelly, Lauryn Hill, DMX to Ice Spice. That's the thing. When we speak in the bubble of of like football and that, it feels like it's just football. What's like, oh, it's not as good as it was back in the night. It's everything, bro. It's absolutely it's everything, bro. Like movies, I'm a movie guy, but sometimes like I leave and I'm like, yo. So what man can't come up with no new ideas, bro? You just want to remake the remake of a remake, bro? Because these are like remakes of 3 times now. Remember, like when the movies that we watched as kids, we didn't know they were remakes.
Yeah,
We just
that's
thought the
true.
originals, and then you have your mum and dad going, "Yeah, I remember this when I was young," and I'm looking at my mum like, "Shut up, lad! You never watched this movie."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And
you're just
then you
like,
realize
yeah,
like those
okay,
are
fair
ones.
enough. Then.
Someone just mentioned Kong and Zilla. Me and my son watched for jokes for no reason on iPlayer. The old King Kong is on there, and it the original from like
Oh, the original.
1941. Bro,
Okay. I
I
can
know
imagine
that
that must
time,
look mad.
bruv. King Kong, bruv, is on some cardboard Empire State Building, and the girl in his hand is clearly a doll, bruv. Like clearly a doll. But and you want to like kind of like be rude to the people, like, how did you enjoy this? But they didn't know any better. Like, why would they know any better? Like,
Why
for
would
them,
they know
they're
any
like,
better? Yeah.
of course we know King Kong's not real and this girl's not real. But this is all it is. Like when I watch Jaws, my brethren's got he's got a sleeve of Jaws tattoo on him, innit?
Okay.
And I'm like, you love this movie, but every time I try watching back, I'm like, the shark looks so meaty, bruv. I can't even take it serious, bro. But here's what it is, man. Let's get the hell out of here anyway, bro. But yeah, Kong was good though. Nobody wants to be himself. Yeah, man. We'll do another stream, man. Obviously, this was football streaming that, but fuck it, bro. But we'll do some more.
That's a good conversation.
And then, yeah, we'll have to get to. Did you say that this part 2 to the thingy? You want to do that live, innit?
Yeah. So I want to do it after, because obviously now England are in the final.
Yeah.
We'll do it next week.
Yeah, that'd be cold, man. So, yeah, and you lot will enjoy that as well. That was actually sick.
That was a good. Yeah, and I think that'll be a good stream. And then I don't know, man. Any of us tomorrow? I'll do the match reaction at some point tomorrow whenever I wake up. Just got a few bits to do in the morning, and then I'm good to go.
Same. I don't think I probably check on my other channels for, I don't know, probably Hugo Online tomorrow. See what I can get out. Don't have no more football content until I probably won't do a preview. And if I do, you might do a preview. I might just jump on yours. I probably won't do one myself.
Yeah, bro. What day? The game's on what? Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. And I don't know about the final.
I might do a preview if I don't go out to watch the game.
I was going to say that because I don't know if I'm going to. This show, I will do one, but I don't know if it'll be on the day after, like in the day of the final, or the day after, because the chances are I'm going to be on like the game's on at 8 o'clock, 10 extra time and all that, so I'm not going to be in the house. But big up to everyone in the chat, big up to whoever who came along in that, bruv. Big up to Harrison Ends as well, man. He never turned up. They were talking a lot, bruv, in the last show. They were talking a lot about England. They were going to turn up and that. And only G turned up. G's the Spaniard, so it's all good, bruv. But them other two, remember in the last stream we just done Barnes and Ends and Harris. Yeah. Netherlands and that. We'll see later. I can't wait to see Savage's reaction. None of them are here, blood.
Yeah, don't worry, man. You know what I mean? Man's got to show face regardless.
No, but you know what's going to happen, innit? They're waiting to see if England don't win the final.
Yeah.
I bet you the stream I do after that, all of a sudden, everyone's available, bro.
Yeah. Listen, guys, win, lose, or draw. It doesn't really matter whether I wanted to see England lose or not. Listen, reality is, to be fair, this actually will work out to be a good thing if England win the Euros, because you never know. We might get an extra bank holiday or something. I don't know. Like, it just might work out in our favor, bro.
Yeah, man. Waistcoat Wednesdays and that, bro. Bank holiday, Southgate. Bro, night him. Sir Gareth Southgate, blood. You know what I mean?
If they had won the World Cup, though, they would have to give England like a bank holiday.
Yeah.
But I feel like they spoke about this, though.
They did.
They did. Spoke about this.
Yeah, they did. They were going to do it for the Euros as well when we played Italy. Yeah, yes. Man. If I'm Gareth, bro, because remember William's been at like 2 of the games already, bro. I'm calling him out on the mic and that. You know when everyone celebrates, like, yo, William.
You said about bank holiday.
Man, we say like the English people are here, bro. What, we can get an extra bank holiday? Man's put man on the spot, bro.
Just in front of the whole nation.
Yeah, man. I can't lie. William killed me in the last game when we won on penalties, because I seen man like he broke character for about 2 seconds, bro. Like for 2 seconds he was about to jump up, like, yeah, fucking let's have it. And then he realized, oh shit, I'm the prince, bro. And he sat down real quick, blood. Man, he fixed his suit and that, and he's like, yeah, great goal, that, yeah, well done, Trent. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, big up the man, then.
Big up, big up.